Hello, folks, and welcome to a bunch of cardboard boxes. Yes, tonight it is drinking with Andrew. I've already got the Thatcher's Gold out. Slightly late starting because I was eating my curry, which was very nice, professionally cooked by me, because I am, as we know, a master chef. In tonight's episode, I will mostly sit here and drink cider. So let's cue the intro. And I have made it live. Right, let's say hello to our wonderful chat. We do actually have some viewers, so that's a good start. Pat was first in. Welcome, Pat. All good here. Secret Kappa was next in. Phil was third in. It looks like there's much flirting taking place now. Then we've got Sean. He's very excited. He's using the capital letters to start calling you Mr. Diggs. We have got Chris Tyler in. Welcome, Chris. We have got Matt sells stuff in here. Welcome, Matt. Oh, and I'm on Discord because, of course, the notifications go just over it, so it's annoying. And that is it so far. Have we got anyone new watching that has not experienced drinking with Andrew before? Don't be shy. Come say hi in the chat or live. Always open to new guests, although obviously if you misbehave you may not stay being a guest, but the link is in the chat if anyone wants to pop on while I drink some cider. Well, let me send a text message as well. It's not working. How do I work out how to do this? There we go. So who else is watching? We've got 17 people according to StreamYard. I know the days where it used to be 100 plus. We're losing market share here. It's 20 now. I have recently started doing YouTube content again. I've done 2 videos this week. Don't expect me to do 2 a week because, 2 a month is lucky. But thank you everyone who's watched and commented. The colour purple seems to be very popular amongst my viewers for some reason. I can't think why. But there you go. I have saved, yes, I saved for the reseller summit. I was going to get a haircut as well, but I didn't have time. So that's going to wait until next month as a post-Easter treat thing. Still tasting curry. It's good, nice curry. I know next week I should start eating from the freezer. Yes, I am very sexy, Sean. Thank you for noticing. It's a miracle I am still single, in fact, apart from the obvious presence of massive amounts of cardboard, which I need to chop down and sort out. Hello, Mandy. How are you? Oh, looks like our first guest is in the chat. All the way from Long Island, even.
All the way from Nassau County.
Definitely not from
What's
Nassau
going
County.
on?
You've got you've invested in a baseball cap.
Yeah. No more baseball cap.
Is that so you can doff your cap to people?
No, my hair was getting too long, so I just put this cap on, and then sometimes it just becomes a part of you. So what's going on, man? I haven't heard from you in a while. Making the big bucks?
Well, I am, as always, scraping by, barely above the poverty line.
All right, yeah, I know. Join the club. That's a reseller lifestyle,
I still haven't got a Lamborghini.
Do they make right-hand drive Lamborghinis, or you got to drive on the other side?
No, they cost to make right-hand drive Lamborghinis.
Who the hell? How would I know?
Every car that's proper comes in a right-hand drive configuration. Even the Ford Mustang is right-hand drive these days.
Well, that's obviously different. I mean, that's a mass production car, not a handmade 1 out of 20 car. How many of each model they make? 100? Well, 100.
A
couple of hundred.
I've seen a lot of people selling courses on YouTube that seem to drive Lamborghinis. Oddly enough, it seems to be the same one, and each video of that Lamborghini's had a lot of different owners, I must say.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of maybe they're using a little AI technology.
When I start selling courses, I'm going to do a video of me stood by my clapped out Land Rover and say, you too could get a vehicle that barely works.
It's funny to say that, because there was a guy back in I'll give you a year, early 90s, let's just say. And he was from Vietnam, and his name was Tommy Wu. Okay. You can look him up on YouTube. And the guy, it was funny because the guy used to make these get rich quick videos about how to buy real estate. Of course, you got to come to his seminars for however much it is, whatever it is. But of course, the video, when you watch it, it's cartoonish, because looking back, it's just funny because it's from the 90s and everything. And always, like, you see, he has a video of him, like, the guy is from Vietnam. He's like 5 feet tall, maybe 5'2", and he has like these 2 tall blonde women next to him in high heels, and he's like, "Don't you want to get rich like me?" It's hilarious. You just have to see it. It's hilarious.
That's like drinking with Andrew, where I am surrounded by ladies, except I didn't have to pay mine.
Are they hiding in those boxes?
There's nobody hiding in these boxes. I can assure you, I've disposed of all body parts.
Is that a storage locker you're in? Are you in a storage locker right now?
No, this is my lounge.
We're going into the thrift. I thought you still have lockers, or no more?
No, I've got a couple of units. I'm slowly emptying my house into them, getting ready to sell it.
Oh, you're moving?
That is the plan. I'm going to move. I'm going to be living by the beach.
Oh, you're coming to Miami?
I've been to Miami before. I've no desire to go again.
Didn't care for it? No,
it wasn't great.
Really? Yeah. Nah, I don't think it's so great either there. But I know, I'm sure you follow this guy. I don't know if you do this. Chris, Carboot Chris.
Yes.
He seems to love Florida more than anybody,
Mr. Argos.
Hello, Andrew.
Welcome. So where Carboot Chris lives now is where I will be moving to. He's moved on to my coastal region.
No, because he loved. There's a place that it's in the south. It's not really up here in the north. It's called the Golden Corral. I know it sounds very posh, right? The Golden Corral, but
it sounds like a chip shop.
Yeah, but it's an all-you-can-eat buffet. It's like £9. You can eat mountains of food. So people are always they're always I mean,
I'd spend the day there. I'd spend the day there.
Yeah,
I'd take the
But I
laptop,
told him,
I'd plug the laptop in, I'd bring a pile of stuff to list. I'd photograph it, list it in there whilst they were supplying me with their £9 food.
but if you told a woman that you're going to take her there on a date, she'd never call you back.
Well, that's normal for any woman that I ask out, to be honest.
Yeah. If you say, I'll take you to the Golden Corral, and it's funny, like years ago when I used to bartend, there was like a vodka called Crystal Palace vodka, and it sounds very, Crystal Palace sounds very fancy, but it was,
Crystal Palace is not that great.
It's got the Eiffel Tower.
It was like $5 for a bottle.
Okay. So basically it was paint stripper.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you use it to but and some of the dodgy pubs, they would use the Crystal Palace vodka and they would pour it into the Kettle One and Finlandia and the other ones and Absolute,
So, shocking behavior.
the dodgy places. Sometimes the expensive places too.
Sean has got a question for you in the chat, Philip.
Excuse me.
Temu. Yes, I nearly bought something from them the other day, and now I'm even more inundated with adverts. I think majority of my phone is owned by Temu now. I haven't received any goods from them.
I have not bought a single thing from Temu. I've resisted the temptation because I have these things called shops.
Yes. I downloaded the app stupidly, and that was the end of that. The phone is now owned by China. I was going to buy a nice duvet bed set thing and a handy stool or something, and then I thought, nah, but, too late. They got me. And now you get those non-removable ads that pop up on any app that you look at.
Excellent. So basically, folks, don't download Temu unless you want to end up like Phil.
Yes, you have to buy a new phone and a new identity now.
I can sell you a new identity, £15,000.
Excellent. That's quite good value.
Yeah, it only cost me 10 grand to buy it, but the resale value is higher.
Yes, as usual. Yes, that's how it works.
You will have to move to Long Island and wear a cap, though.
Excellent. I have to pronounce everything in a interesting accent.
Well, you will also have to buy a lot of blazers.
Excellent.
And never list them.
See.
And live in a basement.
You guys making fun of my basement?
It's a very sound basement, Bobby.
Oh, here we go. Made in England. Oh, there's something. I just found a nice pick. I just got lucky.
Sign of quality that, made in England. Although you want to look out for the made in Wales. Made in Wales, even
sure
better.
It's got the correct flag on it, though.
Nah.
Not one of these funny coloured ones that they apparently have been adorning on various bits of English clothing, apparently. Topical for you, see? Topical.
We always have the topical commentary on here. Did Bobby sell his ponytail? I believe Bobby used his ponytail to tie up his last victim with. I have no idea who they are, Bobby. I've never seen them before in my life.
It says Prince of Wales. You don't know who that is?
Prince William now, isn't it?
Yeah, probably was Charles at the time. What's the resale value on that then, Bobby?
Hopefully a C note.
I don't know what a C note is.
You don't know what a C note is?
No.
You don't know
Is
your Roman
is it- Oh, you
your
mean
Roman
100?
numerals?
So yeah, well, C
Come on,
is
Art.
100. So if
Aren't
it'd
you
be
guys
100
descendants of the Romans over here?
no. Obviously, I'm of Celtic, aren't I? You can tell with my hair. You can't tell anything
Yeah,
by
me too. I got a little mix in me too.
I am actually an athlete. This year,
We got a lot of.
This year, I'm going to Paris to represent my country in the Olympics. I'm going to be an Olympic athlete.
Is that your Discord or mine?
Mine.
Mine is going a bit batshit as well at the moment. I have Derek saying bits and pieces on here at the moment.
Well, what you need to do is go on it and say, Drinking with Andrew's on. You should all be watching that instead of being on Discord.
Excuse me?
I really shouldn't I?
Gracias.
Let's go on it and say, a message from the Supreme Leader. Everyone needs to go and watch
my Spanish?
God, he's going to start speaking Spanish again in a minute.
I have Carbu Chris currently posting me a picture of a emu, I think. Not an emu, a dodo. Dead as a dodo, I think he's trying to say from the
This is America over here. We got to read Spanish.
Is he describing his business?
He is, yes. He's describing today's sales to Derek and to Craig, I believe.
Oh, it's David. He's
I
well.
have a coupon.
He's focusing on his business, so
I got to find somebody who has a coupon.
I've got to find somebody who has a coupon. He's just going to like randomly steal one.
No, there's other resellers in here that they might have an extra 20% off coupon.
Ooh. We don't get
They all went home because the
coupons in
production
our
crew went in.
Three-legged race, Pat. I'd be doing the egg and spoon race.
Yeah.
I'm nearly through the first can already. Drinking at speed today. How hard is it to become a MP? I don't want to go through the election process really because I don't.
What is this?
One of my clients I used to have as a cleaning customer when I used to run a cleaning business was I think he's a lawyer of some nature, and he has become an MP now.
And how much did it cost him? How much bribery was involved?
I'm not entirely sure. He became he went on that path after we closed the business. But I do own a plant that he gave me for my exemplary service to his household needs.
Right.
So there is some briberies going on, I think. I'll vote for him. So household plants you need.
I'm not giving people plants in return for votes. That just doesn't sound like that. Sounds like it would cost me money. Because every time I go to Costco, they seem to have freaking trees for sale in there. Like actual trees. It's like very expensive. Get a David Cameron mask. I don't need to impersonate one, do I? Are these natural good looks? I'm sure people would vote for me, but I'd rather do it without having to go through this voting process. Seems a bit of a farce.
You're running for Parliament?
Well, I'm going to become Supreme Leader of the world. That's my sort of ultimate aim.
You mean Premier?
Yeah, Supreme Leader, Premier. Emperor.
So I remember you used to make fun of me when I would say Premier or Premiere. I couldn't. I sang it wrong.
Yeah, Premier is wrong. Premier is correct.
Yeah, Premier is a hotel chain.
Tomato.
And we're not even getting into the debate about how to pronounce fruit.
Tomato.
Oh, one of
You know what
those
that means in
fruit
English,
is
right?
a made-up word.
What? What's a made-up word?
That first one, that tomato, I understand. I don't know what this tomato thing is. This is some new
is
thing
made up.
we've invented.
Sorry. Tomato. It's an expression in America. It should be an expression too in England also.
No, we just say tomato.
What?
There is no argument. It's tomato over here.
What do you call a potato?
A potato?
Do you say potato?
No.
Spud.
How do you say potato?
Potato.
So then why don't you say potato?
Because it's a potato.
Or spud.
So then why do you say? Then why can't you say tomato?
We can say tomato.
Wait, let's just check.
But we don't because it's wrong.
Because it's wrong.
It's
Gina, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Working hard. Where's all the crazy people?
They left already.
They left.
Yeah, you're late.
I don't know. Usually they're stragglers.
No, only Michelle.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's true.
You forgot to ask him for
Malin, I
a
know.
coupon.
She's a sweetheart.
To some people, but to others, she likes
I know. I guess that.
you. Depends on if she likes you.
I know. There's a half a dozen people in here that people say, "Oh, I hate that woman," and I'm like, "No, actually, she's pretty cool."
Most of them are
Yeah.
okay.
Hate her
It's
at
just,
all.
Everybody wants what they want. Everybody's aggressive to get what they want.
I know. That's why today I was in the Five Towns. I went down to Central Avenue.
What's on
This,
Central?
ladies
You
and
know, the
gentlemen,
Jewish
is
women of America.
how
Oh,
Bobby
you-
flirts with people who look like
You know what?
traffic.
You know where that is,
That's
right?
true. Yeah.
She hooks me up, the manager over there.
Oh yeah. There used to be one on Broadway.
How
Yeah.
disgusting
Yeah.
his life as a male
She
prostitute.
really hooks me up. She's like, "Oh, find something that I'll take care of you."
Yeah.
Because they put the prices up to the sky. That's why the prices are double here. So for her to cut it in half, it's this prices.
It's the same
Yeah,
price.
yeah, it's the same as price.
I think this lady has chosen to go out in public.
All right, I'll see you, Gina.
Mm.
7.
Literally looks the colour of something I do when I've had too much to drink.
Is that all the shopping he's doing in that huge store? Just two things? Is it 2 things at a hobby?
Yeah, Bobby's not a big spender.
No.
This is something that never happens. We're going to see some moths flying in a minute.
Yeah, he's got his man purse out.
Oh, I can see the moth. He's got his takeaway funds out.
Ooh.
Good for you.
If I'm not very much mistaken, he's wearing a handbag.
Yes, it's a man purse or something.
He's got a handbag on.
I'm Ben.
And we need to establish if he's had a gender change or reassignment recently. I see little Steve has joined us in the chat. One day he's hoping to grow up and become called Big Steve.
I believe there is one.
Well, he can just kill him and wear his skin.
Although I understand Big Steve left him in the lurch. Was it yesterday? Made him do his stream by himself.
Well, he should have told me I would have come on. I think I opted to watch some adult entertainment last night, otherwise known as the Halo series final.
Excellent. So which Discord server are you perusing there, Mr. Andrew? Is it Thomas's?
Yeah, I think that's Thomas's. That's
Is it any good? Because he asks quite a lot of money for it.
yes. If you're doing Amazon, and you want to do retail arbitrage, is good. But we will discuss that in another YouTube video when I've remembered what my opinion is.
Thank you for shopping.
No, I do find that Mr. Thomas bloke, he can be a bit abrupt, but he does seem to know what he's talking about.
Sounds like
Excuse
me.
Thank you.
Are
I
you
think,
all
I
buying
think
the
the Thomas
new
geezer can
Euro
be a lot more
24
nastier when he wants to be. You're far too nice, Andrew.
I know Andrew loves the car parks.
Yes, he does. That's not a car park, that's a field.
Who
know he
was
loves
the
a giant
lady
car.
who had the vomit-coloured hat and jacket on?
Oh, the lady I was talking to?
Yeah.
Yeah, she works in the back room. She works in the production area.
All right. Okay. And why do you now have a handbag?
What handbag?
You've got a handbag.
Oh, this bag here? This
Strap-on purse thing.
yeah, I know. You know what it is? I thought it I started wearing it in the summertime, right? When it was hot out, because I was wearing like gym shorts that had no pockets. So I was like, oh, I need this for my keys and stuff. And then it kind of just, I was like, oh, you know what? I put my stuff in there. Boy, does it look a little bit like, not masculine.
This is how it starts. This is the descent now. You'll be in a mobility car before long. You give it into middle-aged comfort.
You could be having one of those skirt things for the extra, fresh air.
Watch Lorca.
See, you've still stolen your mother's car. That top Korean branding.
Is it a Samsung?
Nice, right? That you never see that. Well, you don't really, you sell clothing. You don't ever look at the menswear. You just look at like the activewear and.
I don't pick up clothes anymore. I got too many.
Too much.
Hey, Todd is in the house. Hey, Mr.
No,
Todd.
that's Turnbull. Is it Turnbull Asser or Turnbull Asser? I don't know how do you pronounce it? ASSER.
No clue. Never heard of it.
We were promoting your channel, Andrew, to the Americans earlier this week. I believe I was on Tom's live stream with Todd, and we were discussing the intricacies of your channel and how we've come to love it.
Oh, excellent. There you go. Thank you very much. Evening, Todd. Evening, David M. I think that's everyone that has come in.
David M. What, from Ireland?
Yeah.
Lovely day it is.
Fuck me. That is the worst attempt at an Irish accent. It's even worse than your attempt at a British accent.
Lovely. Top of the morning.
You sound like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Well,
top of the morning to you.
To be sure. Say to be sure, to be sure.
Fucking hell.
He's not going to say it. He's not going to say it.
Well, obviously not. He can't say it. He can't speak as it is.
Come on.
We've got the hand.
Let's hear your. Come on, right, Phil. Let's hear your American accent.
Hey there, Bobby. Do you want to buy some donuts?
That
Australia.
That was actually worse.
Yes, it was.
That was Australia.
Todd, do you want to try doing an American accent, Todd?
I do a Texas accent.
Todd only knows how to do the rebel accent.
Right, get over
Actually,
it.
he does. To be fair, Todd's accent really isn't that bad. It's not like, I'm trying to think of somebody who's got a really what's his name? Why do I forget his name? He's from Florida. Shit. What the hell is his name? He's one of the original guys on YouTube reselling. What the hell's his damn name?
Is that the one?
He was with Pete in the beginning. Him and Pete, they had a
Isn't
show
that-
together.
Isn't it the one that Mel went to visit?
What the hell is his name? What the hell's his name?
You talking about Chad
Hey.
Pagel?
Chad Pagel. He had, oh my God, that's a
No.
rebel accent.
He's from Indiana.
That's what I thought. I was saying the same thing. I was like, but I thought he's from Indiana, and a lot of people were telling me this.
And you're telling everyone he's from Kentucky.
Yeah, he was telling me somebody saying, "Oh no, Indiana is a lot of it is like the South." I was like, "Really? I had no idea."
He moved back to Indiana. They left
Florida.
Florida
They were like
about a year and a half ago.
they were like in Sarasota, Florida, or something, somewhere on the coast. I think somewhere in the
In the Panhandle on the Gulf
Panhandle?
Coast.
Yeah, somewhere on the Gulf side.
So how you doing,
Yeah,
Bobby? How you doing, Phil? How you doing, Andrew?
I am alive.
Andrew's alive.
I am living off the fat of my one eBay sale today.
Your one eBay sale. Hi, Bobby. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm hanging in. I just, you know what? I haven't talked to Andrew in a while, and I happened to see the thing pop because for some reason I'll get like a notification of like the ending of the show, and it will say, "Oh, show was 2 hours and 10 minutes," and I'm looking, and I'm like, I didn't get a notification when it started. So what the hell? It's like I got a notification.
You
It
know
ended.
what, Bobby? You can ignore Andrew for a very long time and come back and see him again, and he doesn't care. He doesn't get his he doesn't get his healings hurt. He doesn't get his feelings hurt.
Too right.
Phil, who cares about Phil? He's just a punk.
Well, I missed the show today, Todd. I had to go out and post stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's all right.
Bobby, but your notification did come up on time.
Yeah, Phil was just giving me some of his lessons from his elocution school.
Yes. How to speak proper. Although I did catch Tom's show the other day.
All right, but to be fair, okay, all right, I'm gonna get some heat here, Phil. Okay, Phil.
Yes.
Half of your country is unintelligible. So how can you criticize me when half of the people you could barely understand what they're saying?
What's really half of our country's unintelligible?
Yeah, he does have a valid point. There are some accents here which I struggle to However, I can probably understand a lot more American accents than I can English ones.
Yeah, like people who live way up in Scotland. Can you understand most of them?
I've got to go there.
That is a different country. That is.
Yeah, I'm off to Edinburgh. I think Sunday morning, so I've got to get myself prepared for that tomorrow.
Yeah, but you know what? I didn't know because I know Andrew knows his civics. That's one thing I gotta say. Andrew knows all his civics. There's people you could be born in Scotland and you could run for the English Parliament.
Well, yeah, if you live in England.
Well, no, okay, so but that's what I'm saying.
We do have Scottish MPs in Parliament who represent Scotland.
Our Prime Minister's original car. I'm not sure where. Oh, of course, Rishi.
No, what I'm saying is you could be born there and then just run for in districts. You know. Oh, and that's one other question I wanted to ask. I know people in the chat probably whatever, but I'll make it quick. How do they determine where the lines are drawn for the district? Like, is it just for Birmingham gets like so many representatives, and if you live in Blackpool, you get
the constituencies, we call them. They do vary in population size, but I think they do try to make a conscious effort to try and keep them reasonably similar. But in practice, that's not the case. I think a lot of them are historical, so they do alter them a little. You know, you won't get a constituency of 20 people.
Really? You're kidding?
Yeah,
so it's more on geography than it is population?
It is because it's historical. It is population as well because it is based primarily on sort of like, I suppose, population density areas at the time, which were townships and boroughs and other municipal
because
districts.
Like up here, like, you know, we're losing districts up in the north and they're going down to Texas because a lot of people are moving to Florida and Texas because it's a lot more affordable.
Yeah, again,
And
the same happens here. There is transition of population, isn't there? So,
because people are trying to get out of here.
but we
So,
may have a district over here which would be huge, in square mileage, whereas another district might be minuscule, but the population in both might be reasonably similar. I think it's between about 10 and 50,000 people per per constituency. I think there's, is it 550?
Really?
550 seats? Is it right, Andrew?
Roughly.
650, is it?
Depends on the time of the month. Depends how many turn up.
Or get murdered.
But now, and then you guys also have a county, because you guys obviously don't have states. So you have a county, like that's the next level from the Fed or whatever you call the.
We have the United Kingdom, which is the 4 countries, and then obviously you have the individual 4 countries, and those 4 countries are next boundary level is county.
Okay.
And then within the county there are councils. There is a council that runs each county, but there are sub councils that run within counties. For example, here I'm part of.
And you guys you have a hamlet. A hamlet.
You can have a parish council.
Yeah. We have Totton District Council up the road where I used to live, which is part of the New Forest District Council, which is part of the Hampshire County Council, which is part of England. But the council system doesn't work in the same way as the political democracy. That's for municipal sort of like running of basic areas.
And now, in Parliament, there's no term limits. Are there term limits? You can be there forever for life.
There is maximums, but they can call an election within any time they wish up until
for an MP, there's no limit.
No, not for an MP. As long as you get re-elected every single election period.
But for elections,
you can run forever.
There's no election, I think, every 5 years. I think it's the max.
For example, we had Madam Thatcher, who was in for several terms and could have been in longer had she not been chucked out by the nasty people within her party.
And then House of Lords, that's appointed by somebody? House of Lords?
That's just a sham. They have no real power. They kind of have a quasi power. The government make laws, and then it sort of like ceremoniously goes to the House of Lords for approval, but it's basically run by the government.
So they don't deny it. So they don't ever. Okay.
It's part of the old culture, really. It's just there's no, unless something really weird happened, they wouldn't really interfere in the running of the country. The same as the king. The king is technically the monarch, but since parliaments became a thing, they don't have day-to-day running of the legislature.
Okay.
It's mostly ceremonial positions. If you've been a good boy as an MP, you might get made a lord.
My aim is to buy a lordship.
A lordship.
Yeah.
You can technically do so I think in Scotland, can't you? If you own certain parts of land, you can you automatically are a lord, aren't you? Or a duke or something.
A Duke of Earl.
I might become a laird.
Down to land ownership.
Become a laird like Monica the Glen style.
Get your own tweed.
Probably have
tart,
a tweed. Probably have a tweed named after me.
Now, Andrew, do you understand the Welsh? Don't they have their own language? The Welsh, like Irish, has their own language.
There is a language called Welsh, and no, I don't understand it.
Okay, so people don't come up to you and start talking.
No, a large percentage of the Welsh do not understand Welsh. There are very, very few Welsh-speaking people that do not understand English.
And Irish people wouldn't understand their language either, Gaelic?
You're even less people speaking Gaelic than you do speaking Welsh.
You're kidding. So if somebody walked up to Conor McGregor, he wouldn't understand it. Like they started talking to him, he'd be like, "What?"
Absolutely no clue who that is.
He's the most famous guy from what? I thought he was the most famous guy of Ireland. I thought he was running for prime minister and everything. He was. You never heard of Conor McGregor?
I've never heard of him.
You know who he is, Phil. You know who Conor McGregor is, right?
Well, I've heard of the name. If it was a quiz question, I would probably fail.
I thought he was like the most famous guy from Ireland. Right, Todd? Todd, you know who Conor McGregor is.
Oh, hell no. I don't know who that is. I got to Google it right now.
You're full of shit.
I'm not full of shit. Wait.
You don't know who Conor... I'm not even into fighting, but I mean, he's like the most famous... He's so... What do you call that? Outlandish. Like... but MMA, martial arts, the United, what do they call that? The UFC, the Ultimate Fighting.
Karate. Is he like the next Karate Kid?
It's
does he do MMA, the crown or the crow? The MMA guy, yeah.
But he's like not just that, but he's the guy, I don't, he's just like a caricature of a Dublin street fighter. Like he's like the a
caricature, man. I wouldn't want to get in a ring with him.
Brad Pitt out of Snatch.
He's no caricature. No. He would put me out with a.
It's not Snatch.
No, but that's what I mean. He's a caricature.
I think. You know how they have these YouTube boxing matches and whatever, Logan Paul and whatever it is against somebody else.
Yeah.
Me and Connor, we need to get in the ring on YouTube.
That would be great.
Imagine how much money I would make for my 2 seconds of life that I would have remaining.
I would buy the tickets for that.
And see, there you go.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen with, these guys are supposed to fight Mike Tyson and Logan Paul or whatever, Jake Paul, whichever one. They're supposed to be fighting. I'm very intrigued. Like, what's going to happen? I mean, Mike Tyson at 58 years old, or this guy's beating a lot of people. He's not.
What's going to happen is he's going to walk up to this Logan Paul fellow. He's going to smack him in the face, and he's going to pass out.
But this guy is beating.
I did not want to be on the end of Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson could be 100. I still wouldn't want to be on the end of one of his punches.
But I'm just saying, this guy Logan Paul beat a lot of very good fighters.
And he may well have done, but they ain't Mike Tyson.
I know, but they're also not guys that are almost 60 years old. There's also a difference,
George Foreman came back late, and did very well.
In his 40s. In his 40s, not almost 60.
He came back and he made kitchenware,
48, maybe.
Grills and things.
Yeah.
I ain't having no fight with Mike Tyson. I'd rather fight Logan Paul.
Listen. Obviously, I'm not saying, but I'm just saying the other guy is not just some guy from YouTube. He's not just like one of these guys trying to sell for, what I mean. He's not like a reselling guy.
He's not trying to sell a course so he can pay for his Land Rover to be fixed.
Yeah,
Speaking of which, folks, if you want to subscribe to the Money Mental How to Sell One Item a Day on eBay course for only £500, do hit me up.
I predict if Logan Paul can keep Mike Tyson off of him for 4 rounds, then it's going to turn out to be a draw. Because...
he'll run out of gas.
Yeah, Tyson will run out of gas, and
they
will just smile at each other and take their paychecks and go home.
Yeah, I don't think anybody wants to get a beat. Like, I know what you're saying. He might just dance around them. But it might, I'll tell you what, I have a feeling it could be a work. I mean, remember, the other guy, the Paul, one, I forgot which one is which, but one of them is in professional wrestling. In WWE wrestling.
So he's an actor.
And Mike Tyson was also he did some stuff with WWE before. So they know how to do what they call a work fight. You know,
How
they're
many
working.
sales a
They're
day
not fighting.
did they
They're
achieve?
I was
They're not
once
many sellers
supposed
then.
to be part of a World Wrestling Federation,
Mm.
but I had to turn them down. I said I wanted to be in the World Wrestling Entertainment instead.
Hmm.
yeah.
So, what are the? It would be a good betting time. What are the chances
For a
that,
draw?
like, make a bet? What are the chances that Mike Tyson will bite a piece of Logan ear off?
I think that he's learned a lesson from his past life.
Yeah.
And I
don't
think
know.
what he will do is instead he will unleash his tiger, and the tiger.
Yeah, you're right. He did have a tiger.
The tiger will bite.
Is that legal?
Well, I've seen The Hangover. And
He
he's
had
got
a
one in
tiger.
there. Yeah.
He used to have a tiger.
You can't bring that into the ring. That'd be against the rules, surely.
Why? It's on
Against
YouTube.
the rules.
It's not real.
Well,
They're not rules, they're guidelines.
oh, I see. Pussycats are allowed within the ring then.
I will fight Logan Paul's tiger with my tiger.
Tommy, what are you doing here? Oh my God.
Evening TK.
Now-
Evening Mr. Bernard.
The world
Now,
is
Phil, back in the
coming
day,
to an
you're
end.
old. I know you're a little bit older than us. Now, Phil, do you remember in wrestling? You remember? You're older than me. You got to be. What?
I'm older than everybody
You're not
apart
old?
from Todd.
I think if
You're not older than me.
Oldest.
I'm
I think
much older than you.
I
Unless
think
you-
if
Oh,
I think
Unless you've had a very easy paper round.
I think if both me and you, Bobby, combined our ages together, we would still not be as old as Phil.
This is
No, I
completely
think
true.
Phil's
You're
got a little
looking
too much
pretty
gray
dapper
hair.
with
So,
that haircut.
Now- I'm saying now, Phil, do you remember a guy in wrestling in England, Big Daddy?
Yes, I do. Is not his proper name. He was.
What was his
Shirley.
name?
Shirley was his name.
Yeah.
He
No, but
was
So-
also
they didn't
a
call-
very good. He was a very renowned budgie fancier as well. He used to collect and breed budgerigars.
Okay.
Hey,
I know he did. He used to hit people with his
Yes.
belly.
Yes, he used to jump on him. He killed a man in a ring.
Really?
Bob,
Yeah.
You got Tommy trying to flirt with you here, Bobby.
yeah.
I can't.
He
I'm
used
trying.
to-
I'm trying to drive, so I can't.
Yeah,
I
but
can't read the
that's-
comments.
You've been trying
He
to
used
drive for
to
decades and you've not got
traditionally
anywhere with
fight
it.
with
Yeah.
against giant hair stacks. who were
Tommy
seen
is
as the
saying you
baddies.
look svelte. You're skinny. Have you been on the Hollywood diet pill?
I sell diet
I've been-
pills on
I've been-
Amazon. If you want
I've
to
been
buy a
good. I've
diet
been eating a little bit less. I've been cutting down a little bit.
If you want to lose weight, folks, buy one of the diet pills that I sell on Amazon. I have no clue if they work or not, but it'll make me money.
Or don't drink as much as me. Otherwise, you look like that then.
So where are you moving? You said you're moving now, Andrew. Where's this place you're moving to?
I'm going to move to the
I
coast.
thought you loved this town that you're at. Rectum? What's it called?
I've outgrown it now, Bobby. Outgrown it.
What's it
In the
called
county
again?
of Anusville.
Anusville? Rectum? I
Wrexham.
thought he used to love that town. And then they got that special on TV with the soccer club.
He's only moving up the road, basically. It's North Wales, but closer to the Watter.
So okay, but now you're saying these are different countries, but they're connected. What's really the difference between going from Wales to say like what's next? So what's the big difference?
There are
The beer.
local laws which change. For example,
You got to use your passport, Bobby. You got to use your
if you go
passport.
to,
to go
if
for
you
border
go to
control.
Wales and you're on a built-up area road, it's 20 miles an hour by law.
Oh, don't even start on that.
Oh yeah,
know,
I heard that. Somebody was
My town
telling me
is
that
20
they
mile an
had.
hour. It's ridiculous.
Someone
I
was
can't even
telling
get
me
to third gear. That's not an automatic like you got there, Bobby. A proper shift car, like the big boys drive. We can't get to third gear.
Well, you can.
No, but what I'm saying is that I heard people were cutting those signs down. There were signs that say 20 miles an hour.
Yeah.
They were cutting
I have
down.
them on my street. I'm not in Wales, but our local council has adopted 20 miles for all of their similar old 30-mile-an-hour roads, and people have gone around with spray cans and just wiped it.
Yeah.
There's one outside, literally outside my house, which is someone who's spray can.
Yeah. But I thought you lived in the South. I thought you lived in like Southampton or something like that.
I do, but local councils do have the authority to impose such laws within their city limits, which is great.
Yeah, like here we have county roads that but we can go at least 30 miles.
You can't really realistically do 30 miles an hour on half of our roads. We're in a goddamn city. If I walk for 10 minutes, I'll be in the centre of town, literally at the centre of town. I can see the bloody cruise ships from the window.
Wait, Ed, oh no, were you just saying that about Scotland, Andrew? You're like, they don't have any cities in Scotland. It's all just one big town.
Well, they have Edinburgh and Glasgow. I'm going to Edinburgh on Sunday.
They don't say Edinburgh?
Yeah, they do. I'm taking the mickey. I'm being facetious.
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
I don't know.
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Or
Edinburgh.
Jimmy, as they normally pronounce it. Apologies to any.
Yeah, but why are you going? Were you going there for work? You going there for your job?
Yes, I'm going there for work. Unfortunately, it's going to be. I think I was explaining to Todd and Tom earlier in the week. For them, it's like a trip up the shops, but to me, it's 500 miles there, 500 miles back. So it's a bloody long trip to my shop.
You're taking a car or a train or
company wagon? I'm taking the company wagon up with me.
A wagon is like what? Like a kind of a truck, kind of a car?
No. It's just slang. It's a Ford Connect. It's like a minivan. It's basically a big car with a metally bit on the end. No, with no windows in the rear.
Oh, that's a pain in the ass. Drive it. But you're not a delivery guy.
It's not.
You're not making delivery.
I have been before in previous incarnations, but we have sometimes sometimes the need to take other colleagues to work. So it's one of these vans which have 4 seats. Well, 5 seats, I suppose, if you're skinny.
Well, you still. I thought you working for a supermarket. You working for a
No. I work for a retail service company who have contracts with supermarkets, but the company I work for also does services for a whole range of things, like security at events. If there's a concert going on at a stadium, they'll staff it. They'll clean toilets in railway stations.
Okay.
A lot of
like
service industry stuff.
And their concessions and stuff like that.
Not for me, there isn't.
Oh, you're more for cleaning? Are you like? Do you know what Cintas is?
No, well, I'm in the retail department.
Okay.
So I exclusively deal with the larger supermarkets, the larger retail brands. Hence my name, Mr. Argos. Mr. Argos, can't you see? Look, Mr. Argos. I won an award today. Andrew, I am now part of your clicky group of winning awards at work.
What fucking award have you won?
I have shown exemplary service in closing Argoses all over the country and shown to be part of the team which does it the best and is being recognised, hopefully, financially very shortly.
Is there? That was like far too many words. Is there what actual award have you won?
It's just an in-company award for good performance.
Right, you've won an award for good performance. Okay.
Yes, being the bloody
good boy award.
Yeah, it's a stroke on the back, but please don't leave us because we can't employ anyone else unless they're off the street and how we share.
Now, what about you guys? Have a lot of Aldis there? Aldi.
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 Aldi has got an O in it.
Yeah, starts with
Oh,
an A.
God.
Starts with an A, Bobby. Starts with an A.
We have
Aldi.
Aldi, and we also have Lidl.
Yeah, little. Yeah, okay. Are they the same company?
No.
No,
They're
have
very
the same
okay because we
business.
have.
Same business plan or model.
Yeah, they're opening up. We have a ton of them opening up over here. Both of them.
So do we. So do we. Every time a retail space opens.
Yeah.
In fact, one of the Argoses that I just closed is because it wants was it Aldi or Lidl? One of them bought it. So
Yeah.
Aldi
they
is
wanted
the
a bigger
best
shop.
one, though.
They both have their ups and downs. I like
Aldi is
the middle
superior
of Lidl.
every way.
The middle of Aldi is shit.
No, the Aldi's brilliant. That's where I get a lot of stuff.
Aldi's
Brilliant.
Lidl's better for that.
No, it's not. Lidl shit.
But grocery wise, I think
Lidl is
Aldi's
where pikeys go to get food.
Now, what about? Do you guys have the Amazon one? The not Amazon Fresh. I'm talking about. Do you guys have the what's the other one that Jeff Bezos owns?
Trialed it.
What's that one called? Tommy's Gun. It's like a better supermarket. It's only going to be in good neighborhoods. They only have them in better towns. What the hell's it called? Todd, what's the name of that supermarket chain? That he don't.
Walmart.
It's called no, Walmart. Get the hell out of here. No, there's one that's
Trader Joe's
over here.
Not Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is more like alternative foods. No, I'm talking about there's what's that place that it's owned by Amazon, but it's like a better super. It's it's not a
Whole Foods.
Whole Foods.
Oh, don't tell him. You've ruined it now. I was waiting for him to not guess.
Yeah, Whole Foods. They don't have them in the hood,
In the hood.
You guys, what do you guys call the hood?
The hood. Oh, down here.
Home.
I bet Bobby, the people outside by a front door would beat up anyone you got in the hood.
You know who I love? You know who my favorite British YouTuber is? You know who this guy is, bald and bankrupt?
It's got to be Andrew, surely.
I'm not bald and I'm not bankrupt.
You never heard of this guy, bald and bankrupt?
I have. I'll put this post in the Money Man group. I checked my credit score yesterday. Out of 999, guess what it is?
995.
900? No.
Oh, can't have 999.
I have a perfect credit score.
999.
999 out of 999.
Well, you have a mortgage. You've had debt which you've paid. So people just want to throw money at you because it doesn't matter how much you borrow, you're known to pay it back. That's what credit companies want.
So yeah, I am not ever taking any money again, but I have. If I feel the need to, I now have, as of March 20th, a perfect credit score.
Which will be very good if you need to move to nice premises and want to talk with your bank. They will like you.
Yeah, now you can rent a helicopter and go raiding Fort Knox.
Or you can buy that one off of Bobby in the background. There's a nice helicopter there. You look at the top of the roof. There's a helicopter. There you go. There it is. I saw the rotor.
It's called a fan.
Oh, it was a helicopter.
Oh, that's what I call my subscribers.
Helicopters.
No, fans.
Oh.
Evening, Ali.
Ali is one of your top helicopters.
Ali has seen my chopper before, that is correct.
Yes, there we go.
And I'm sure she would say what a lovely chopper it was.
Does it make the same booming noise as a Chinook?
A Chinook. Now, what's I know a Chinook is that's a very fancy name.
That's a
Chinook.
Large helicopter.
It's a large helicopter. It's also one of the fastest. I was watching a documentary yesterday on helicopters. For no apparent reason, it came up on my feed and I can be asked to turn it off. It's quite interesting.
not as fast as laser.
The laser helicopter or lasers?
Yeah, the kind of lasers you have and show.
Right,
Well,
that is a banned
be difficult.
subject. Right.
That'd be difficult because they
What?
travel at the speed of light.
No.
Speed of light. Yeah.
Lasers are a
Well,
banned subject.
Although, we'll get off the place. Although the speed of light is a misconception, really, because light travels at a speed which is the limit of information transmission. It just so happens that light is one of those things that can travel at that speed.
I don't understand
the
why
speed of light is misunderstanding of the concept.
Britain,
Oh, excellent news.
You can own a dangerous laser, but you cannot own a
Well,
knife.
I need to own these dangerous lasers so I can melt all these people with guns.
Oh God.
Right, we're not killing anyone, okay? Let's be quite clear on that point. Murder is not condoned.
Murder, death, kill. What
No.
film was that? Murder, death, kill. What was that phrase as a crime?
Nobody's getting murdered.
Committed murder, death, kill.
No.
What film was that from?
Nobody is committing murder.
It had Sylvester Stallone in it and
Sounds
Arnold
familiar.
Schwarzenegger. It was based in the future.
Right, we're not talking about lasers and magnets. How many times?
Oh, I wasn't. I was talking about retro films.
Don't ask me why.
So, Bobby, you're still chasing men's clothing as your main gig?
Yeah. Niching.
Okay.
Niching.
Niche.
I like that. Niche.
Oh, is it niche? Oh, niche. I'm sorry.
Niche. Get it right.
Mister, I told you, he's got his elocution school.
Yes. I'll teach you how to speak proper like what we do.
What, the Queen's English?
Just my English.
Well, but it comes from somewhere.
We refer to it as the King's English now. Remember, we have a new primary sex as a monarch. He's a gentleman.
Yeah, but I think it was the Queen before it was the King. So
it certainly was, and we still do have a Queen.
Really? So who's the Queen?
Well, it's the woman that is married to the King traditionally.
Yeah, but she's not the King.
She's not the king, but the person married to the king at any given time is the queen. Not the monarch necessarily.
Sometimes they could be a consort.
They can be. On this occasion, upon ill health and knowledge that she's not going to survive for too much longer, the then queen did give her blessing that consort could be dropped. To which Mr. Charles was very, very happy about and immediately implemented it upon his succession, I believe. Is that correct?
I would like some consorts.
Would you?
Would anyone in the chat like to be my consort? Vote
you
now.
Mean concubines?
I'll have some of them as well.
Porcupines?
No, nobody wants How big is Quillen's backlog these days? You can see Quillen's backlog from the moon.
This isn't my. This is the.
No, that's an old wives' tale. You can actually see it from Mars.
Look at this. Want to see?
It's sending a spaceship there just to get his wide-angle view on Mr. Quillen's backlog.
This aisle is the size. This is the size of the thrift shop in Andrewstown. This aisle.
No, that's too big.
Do you go through literally every item, or do you just eye them up?
Yeah, well, I mean, I go through the suits. That's what I'm always. That's my main thing. But then I'll peek through here.
Well, this is the thing with niches, isn't it? The good thing with niches is when you get to know your niche, you can look through thousands of things very quickly, and you know which is the good shit to focus down to. Oh, that looks unusual. Are those hats? Is that a boater there?
Yeah, they got a lot of hats.
Oh, I just bought a hat not too long ago. Do you like my fedora? I got a
I love
nice.
fedoras.
It doesn't fit on my
That's
head.
a nice.
I look.
No, that's but it's way too small.
It's not. No. Hang on. I won't be able to hear you a second, but.
Why the fuck has he bought a hat that
just
doesn't
for a
fit?
fitting session. It
looks like one of those Jewish guys with the long
I know.
sideburns.
Yeah, you do. Phil, you look like a rabbi.
Yeah,
yes, it does.
You know that, right?
Indeed make me look. Yeah, it does indeed make me look like I've come from the Old Testament, doesn't it?
No, but that's no, seriously. That's actually, believe it or not, I just came from that neighborhood. There's a thrift store that I go to that they have a lot of those hats.
There's an area in London, near Haringey, which has a enclave, basically, of the Jewish community, and they all wear I don't think it's fedoras they wear. I think that it's a specific black felt hat that is very similar.
No, a lot of them are fedoras. Is that one? Is that a good one? That's Borsalino.
It's, I would say, mid to low. It's probably retail new 2025. It's not.
All right. Well,
it's not.
Well, what? Okay. Well, tell me this. What size is it?
I don't believe, because it's just retail. I bought it from a clearance store which sells old stock. I do not believe it had the size. It was the only one they had left. I tried it on. It's a little small, but only by about one head size. But I do have a red one, which I sported in some YouTube videos that I did a long time ago.
A red one, so you look like a pimp?
Yes.
Yeah,
I do.
exactly.
I look like a pimp from an animated Disney film.
No, but usually,
there were
like
any pimps in animated Disney films.
Yeah, it's a red one with a black band around it. It's a bit faded and stained now. It could do with a good. Yeah, that's the film, Todd. I remember it well.
Yeah, and
Snowfall and the Seven Whores.
Snow White and the Pimp.
Yeah, there's
Snow White and the Seven Whores. No, but I'm telling you, if you usually find, here we go. We got the electronics over here.
There you go. Matt says Amish hat. There you go.
Yeah, well, it's the same difference.
Yeah, it does look quite Amish as well. Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Amish.
For all intents and
it's not one I would wear out casually.
or indeed in public.
Yeah, anywhere in public. But I do like a bit of I like the style. There are persons that used to wear that I quite like. I like it. If I get enough drink inside of me and there's a camera running, I may well do a stupid video to regret the rest of my life, like I've done so before.
Right.
Once again, this channel does not condone any of Phil's pornography.
Phil's brothel. That's downstairs.
How about a corduroy cowboy hat?
Regulars to the channel know we have the brothel downstairs. That is a good hat. That is a nice hat.
No, it's not. This is a piece of crap, but
yeah, that's all right. It could do with being a less tan. Maybe a darker brown.
Okay.
Sort of like I don't know what chestnutty, maybe just less than chestnutty, mahogany.
How about a Star Wars hat?
Oh, I've got a much better hat than that. How about a Thor Ragnarok special?
Oh.
I bet you will not be able to guess where I got that from. And most of the chat.
It's like everyone's just playing out shit hats.
I know.
Andrew, it's shit hat show and tell time.
I don't know. I have no hats. Don't need hats. I still retain my hair.
You know who this is, Todd, right?
What you got?
That's
Oh.
Lionel.
Oh, hang on.
Looks like Paul McCartney. Oh, Stevie Ray Vaughan.
And it is time. We'll wait for the cha-ching sound to come.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's the message.
There it is.
It's time for Guess the Price with Money Mental UK. Number ending in a 0.
$63.90.
Correct.
No.
£9.90.
No.
Oh, you know what I was going to tell you, Phil? Or
No.
you guys watch cricket?
Bobby, it's Guess the Price. It's Guess the Price, Bobby. We can't talk about anything else.
But I don't watch cricket.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't.
So we've got 8, no, 10, no, 590, no, 890, no, 950, no. It ends at a 0. It ends at a 00.
Where is Sophie tonight? She's normally good at the guessing.
120. Playing on a Nintendo Switch, apparently, and that's not guessing the price. It is not £100, sadly. If it was, I would be very happy. Ian, well done. You have won the chopper. Todd will send you a picture of a chopper tonight, Ian. £12 is correct.
I also noticed earlier Sean H. also won the Where Did Phil Get That Hat From?
Did he say a shop?
No, he said Car Boot Chris.
Right,
I think he had about 1 trillion of them. And he said £100. Phil said, yeah, all right. That.
He's just coining it in from his subscribers, isn't he?
Which Mr. Chris?
Any old crap he's got. He's looking at it going, who can I foist this onto next? I know.
That's the sign of a good seller. I know some mugs that'll buy this, and they do. I must have spent my entire income on his Whatnot channel earlier in the week. My God.
Okay, now.
Do not do Whatnot when you've had 1.5 bottles of wine. Tip.
I don't do Whatnot when I've had 20 bottles of wine, and I don't do Whatnot.
He had some good shit, I must say.
He did message me asking if he could buy some stuff from me for his Whatnot show, so I may become an official supplier at some point in the future.
Here we are. A good partnership could be occurring here. Given the locality between the two of you, there could be good cost savings in transport and the like.
Yeah, I got your Joe Dirt hat right here.
Oh, that's a rodeo hat, isn't it? Is that a rodeo hat?
No, that's a rodeo.
Joe Dirt.
A rodeo.
One that you might wear when you're visiting a rodeo, not to actually do the rodeo.
No, you might not make it out of a rodeo alive if you wore this to a rodeo.
Ah.
He wouldn't make it out of one alive anyway.
Of rodeos then, because I'd probably wear that to the rodeo. So
there's a difference between a cowboy and a wannabe.
Ah, is that a wannabe cowboy hat? That one.
Yeah,
the last time Phil ran with the Bulls, the crowd told him he needed to wear red. That's all I'm saying.
I do have a red hat. Did I say I have a red hat? Although.
So let me ask you a question.
It's a misconception.
I'm about to jump out.
They chase red.
Phil, do you ever follow cricket?
No.
No?
A lot of English.
That's not big in England.
It is big in England, and we have the Rose Bowl in Southampton, which has apparently had many crickety things going on there. I'm not much of a sports aficionado on any sport, so me saying no is not typical.
Because next year we're having the Cricket World Cup here, like right here. I'm talking about across the street from where I am over here.
Well, at
And
least we'll be able to
they're
show you how to play baseball properly with the right-shaped bats.
well, but the tickets are already sold out, obviously.
It
But
is a popular sport. It's very popular. I hear
it's not.
I know people that have been to
of,
cricket matches that enjoy it, but it's not my
no. But I'm saying
cup of tea.
there's not going to be any Americans there. Trust me. There's only going to be.
There will.
No.
Come on.
I guarantee you, the tickets are ready. If I show you the prices for India versus Pakistan,
yeah, but is that because
prices
you're
are like
closed-minded to cricket or ignorant to cricket, or
no?
for
Because
example,
you mean if there was a ticket that was like
American sport, if you had an American sport over here, say at Wembley Stadium, if they were to do an American football match or something,
they do have
the
that.
English. Yeah, I know exactly, and the English will buy it and watch it because we are open-minded. We enjoy not the South. Typically, the English do enjoy sports from other countries as well. However, you only have baseball and American football, don't you? So
yeah, but this tickets are like $5,000, $2,000.
Well, that's cheap. So they're more than that over here.
Yeah, and I ain't paying.
Just sell a couple of blazers, Bobby. Job done.
I'm gonna sell that Turnbull Acid suit. But that always surprises me.
Make sure you wear your bowler hat. Get a bowler hat to wear to it, though, and you've got to go. Good shirt. Excellent fielding there.
It's funny because they have. You go to the thrift store. There's one of those suits. How is there only one? Like, if somebody donated or something, like, how is there not like 3 or 4? Like, how did there end up being one of those Turnbull Acid suits? Like, that's so random.
Matt sells stuff. So I'm not actually into magnet fishing. I just collect them.
Magnet fishing sounds like couch fishing.
There is such a thing, and there's quite a big YouTube following of it. But I'm not interested in standing by bloody rivers and pulling shopping carts out of that fucking river.
Yeah, but I know Andrew doesn't like. He said this is not a magnet fishing channel.
No. I was just clearing up that query.
Was that you who said that, Andrew?
I said this is not any fucking
to build doomsday weapons. I don't use them for dragging nails out of streams.
Yeah, because the only thing that's valuable. Look, if you could stick a magnet to it, it's not valuable, right? You guys know about coins.
Yeah.
Right,
coins,
Todd?
Definitely not.
Yeah, this is
not magnetic. Coins dangerous.
Are we going to talk coins?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see what that is.
Put that away.
Go a little closer.
Put that away.
It's a lovely silver bit of stacking there.
That's kangaroo. Wow, that's a nice.
No.
This is
no.
Is that ounce?
No.
Is that a coin or a round?
No.
This is a round.
Band. We're gonna have to remove Todd from the stream in a minute.
Why? What don't you like about coins? Rounds or whatever.
We're not having coins or magnets or lasers on this channel.
And Andrew just hates me. Anything I'm interested in, he hates, unless it's Star Wars.
We'll have Star Wars on the channel. That is acceptable.
There are some good Star Wars coins that are coming out. Do you see the spaceshipy coins that are coming out?
Right. What have I just said?
I'll talk about spaceships. Millennium Falcon.
No. There's no trying to get away or around it or find loopholes. There are none.
But it's true. Silver is not magnetic.
It's diamagnetic.
Yes.
I
have been described as having a magnetic personality.
I have a...
Yeah, so what do you say? It's diamagnetic?
Yeah, here. This is a diamagnetic slide, which I built myself from my magnets, which you slide a coin down.
Right. We can't just go from one band subject to another one.
He's got one as well.
Right, this is not how it works.
We're talking physics.
No, we're not. Physics is also now... You're now going to get physics banned.
This is physics.
You're going to get physics banned if you carry on.
This is a diamagnetic slide here.
That's a much better looking one.
Yeah,
than
like
my,
it does.
piece of shit what I built.
Like it doesn't go all the way straight down; it goes down slower. Is that what?
I've just lost 10 viewers already.
So,
this is a channel to discuss boobs.
A silver coin will slide down slowly, like that.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Or a non-silver coin will not slide down slowly. Except
they both look like they were going at the same speed to me. I've got to be honest.
That's got copper in it, so it has the same.
Copper is also diamagnetic.
Right. See if I got something here that.
This is the worst demonstration I've ever seen.
I know, because I suck. But there you go.
What about stamps? No, we're not talking about.
Stamps. Todd. I mean, Todd? Quick question.
Ooh.
You're pretty good. I mean, I'm not talking about precious coins, but regular coins. You're good with numismatics, more or less.
Stamps. We can talk about stamps. Look, I've got stamps.
I know more than average people.
Because what aggravates me too. Because obviously everybody. You go on eBay and you try to look at the comps. Obviously like everybody else, and then sometimes you're trying to figure out because obviously some coins with certain mint markings are worth more than others. And then it's I found, what is that? The steel penny?
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out, I'm like.
Right, are you talking about
which
coins?
Which one is it?
Bobby started it.
Bobby's talking about coins.
You've gone like at least an hour without a takeaway. What's wrong with you?
I took away already. I had a burrito.
Our host is
when I was down
miffed.
All right. Well, I'm about to be I'm going into the post, however you call it. I'm going to post.
I am just about to. I don't know how to do this now. It's a long time since I've used this goddamn thing. How the hell do you mute yourself? Oh, there we are. But I'm going to use the gentleman's room. I shall be back shortly.
Apparently, it's been a long time since Phil's been a gentleman.
All right, I'll see you guys later. I gotta go. I'm at the post office. P.S.
Okay.
Cheers.
I'm gonna bow out to. I want to go over to watch John Flip It Ain't Easy.
No,
he does a Friday evening show.
Tell him that he's gonna have to change days.
Thank you for having me on, Andrew.
A pleasure, Todd. You have a good weekend now.
You're a chum and a buddy and a pal, and you're a better man than I ever will be, but not as good as SpongeBob.
SpongeBob's fictional.
That's true, but he's still a good fellow.
And you could probably eat him.
That's true. All right, bye.
Bye-bye, take care. Right, folks, I'm going to the toilet. Oh, I've left the light on in the office. Night mode activated. Right, there we go.
Blimey, I go and everyone bucks off. Yes, at least I muted her. Did Andrew ban everyone?
Right.
Blimey, Andrew, I go for a slash and you ban everyone.
Well, Bobby said something about post office and Todd's gone to have a wank.
Oh, I see.
One of those two is true. I think it's the Todd one, to be honest.
I believe Todd's off to another stream.
Well, exactly.
There are some. I've been looking at a few streams from America, and there are some interesting ones out there. They can't teach us very much.
I found a new
they're entertaining.
lady YouTuber the other day. What is her name? Let's see if I can find it. Probably be able to find it now. '15 Bean, 15_Bean, new lady YouTuber. May not be new, but it was new to me. She was at the Reseller Summit.
Ah, did she come over from America, or is she resident?
She's nothing to do with America. I don't know
why.
I
thought you said an American streamer.
I found a new lady YouTuber. None of those words were American.
Ah, my head said they were.
Need to invest in some better headphones, I think.
No, a better brain. The headphones were working perfectly. It's between the headphones that didn't, as is usually the case. I did enjoy your video earlier, though, Andrew, regarding your new introduction to yourself. I thought it was very, very fluent and very honest.
Yes, I thought none of this bullshit that goes on about why people are doing things.
Scripting shit.
Yeah, I abolish that. Yes. Now, every time I go onto my YouTube homepage, it annoys me by playing an intro. I did not think of this when, because I go onto a YouTube homepage, so I go onto the YouTube studio. It's really fucking annoying. So every time I go on it, I now hear my voice, and I'm like, why am I talking to myself? And I realize I'm not. It's the computer talking to me in my own voice. Yes, I've also reviewed the Reseller Summit that I went to.
You did indeed.
The cider was very expensive. That's the summation of the review.
Well, it was about 300 quid, wasn't it? Basic.
But next year I will bring my own cider. I've learned my lesson. I don't think there's anything they can do to stop me bringing my own cider if I'm staying at the venue as well. So I'm going to be bringing my own cider next year, and then there'll be no problems.
I was also very careful, knowing that I'm going to Scotland over the weekend for nearly 2 weeks. I remembered that Scotland has joined Wales in their quest for making people as sober as bloody possible, and have the same policy, don't they?
Yeah,
so
it's the other way
I
round.
bought myself.
Scotland did it first.
Did they do it first, did they?
Yeah.
Nonetheless, I have invested in a large stock of tins which are in the back of the company van at English prices.
Yes, you don't want to be paying the prices in the supermarkets there.
No, I certainly don't.
I struggle to afford. I'd have been a debt free a lot sooner if minimum unit pricing hadn't come along.
Well, not that. I think England is steadily drawing that way, isn't it? You see some of the sneaky change, well, you won't have done, but some of the sneaky changes they're doing in the supermarkets now. My God, you buy. Suppose you want a cheap bottle of wine, Chardonnay, for example, probably 12-13%. Yeah, nice, cheap bit of plonk, £4.50. Yeah, it's still there, except it's 11% now. Every bottom row wine is 11%.
I have never ever looked at the percentage on a bottle of wine.
What? Well, there's no point. Let's see. Oh, that is surely, as a wine expert, you would know. Every wine expert knows. You get your favourite looking bottle. You look at the price. If the price is good, that's a thumbs up. If you look at the percentage, if the percentage is bloody good,
what I do is I look at the price, and then that's all. And then I think I'd rather have cider, and I walk away and I go and buy some cider.
No, I buy cider as well. But,
yeah, there's no as well. There's no alternatives.
I like a bit of variation in my life. I like to juggle. For example, I started this stream with the cider. I am now on to some beverage because all of my other cider is in the bloody van downstairs. It's a long walk downstairs. I can't be asked, so I shall drink. I went to one of the German supermarkets who have not adopted this policy, and they still sell bloody cheap wine at the decent alcohol levels. I am getting quite fed up with the government sneaking under the table little tiny things to make things so bland for people that can make their own decisions as human beings and adults.
Well, why don't you just make your own alcohol? Then you've not got a problem because it'll be 50%.
I do not have the space. Yeah, I have done it.
Well, that is because you've
trust me,
buying too many.
50% is far too low for some of the shit I used to make. It used to be
You're
70.
buying too many bloody Disney plushies. That's why.
Well, it's not that. No, I would need an airing cupboard, which I do not have. I would also need several kegs on the go for rotation. When I used to have a mortgage when I was rich. I used to have a large house, and I could invest in such things. But not only that, the equipment to do it is off the market now. You used to be able to go to Boots and get it. Boots no longer stock it, so you used to go to Wilko. Wilko disappeared. All your home brewing shit was in there.
You can go in Tesco's and get it. There you go. There's your top tip.
Not enough of the right shit there. And the kits these days are far too basic. They're not like the old style kits where you're basically making it from scratch, and then you've got every control of the brewing process, and you can make it stupid. What do you mean 1 bag of sugar? 3 will do. What? End up with stuff probably that some government agencies would like to buy off of you for research. But yeah, it didn't actually work out that cheaper even back then when I was doing it. It is nicer sometimes unless you fucked it up. Then it tastes like fucking shit. But you still drank it because you paid for it already. So it's your own fault.
Right. Who's still watching in the chat?
We've lost 3 viewers, but 2 of those was Bobby and Todd.
My audience retention is amazing, even though we just spend all evening talking shit.
I think people like it. People like people talking shit because it's something random which they don't know what's going to be said while they're doing their other shit.
This week
I'll be listening.
This week, right? I have not had a functional boiler, so I have instead. I'm watching while putting my pussy away. Shit, I've misread that. I'm watching while putting my washing away. That's embarrassing. Evening, Ellen. Ellen has recently agreed to marry me.
Oh.
The husband hasn't agreed.
Does she aware there is a waiting list?
Well, she knows how to work her way up the list. Let's put it that way.
This is good.
You misread that. Yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, so I've had no functional boiler this week.
Doll collection. Dolls? Do you mean plushes?
Yeah, Chris is of the same thinking of me that it's just fucking kids' toys.
They are.
And doll plush. I mean, back in my day, I remember when
people would argue Star Wars is a kids' thing, but I'm still interested in that.
No, they would argue incorrectly.
Well, I do have Star Wars plushes of Minnie and Mickey Mouse.
Yeah,
so is that adult?
Those are kids' toys.
No, they're far too valuable. I'm not letting any kids near any of my bloody plushes. They can back off.
It's probably a good thing that you don't let any kids near your thing. I think that would be illegal.
My plushes.
When did they stop being?
Sound better,
but when did they stop being called cuddly toys?
When Disney realised that adults would buy them and they got money.
Because in my day, it was either a soft toy or a cuddly toy. I never heard of a plush before I started reselling.
Well, that's the terminology people use to make something sound more appealing to adults.
When did it happen? Where did this word come from? What is the etymology of it? The etymology of it.
I think it's the fabric it's made from is plush. But yeah, I can see that's a bit of a grasp, isn't it? I understand your the way the conversation is going there. I can see your concerns. But it
Stick with
does.
it.
I'm still going to go with it because plushes certainly sounds better than I got a bunch of dollies or cuddly toys.
I'll stick with cuddly toys.
I do have some Scooby Doo ones as well. That's got to be adult.
I don't think you understand what an adult is.
Oh, have you seen Belma? Oh,
Isn't she like 14?
not anymore. That was back in the 70s. She's more like 64 now.
Right, brilliant.
I didn't fancy her back then.
Right. It looks care to buy me. Yes, Alan, you need to come and help me address the box issue.
And
too
the
many
fact you're
boxes.
wobbling your knee with the laptop on it again, which makes it look like you're pleasuring yourself.
Probably am.
Yeah, I do not doubt it.
Yes,
Well,
I've been getting the house. Anyway, right, this week, whilst the boiler has been out of action, it's been too cold for me to leave the bed to do listing. So I haven't done a lot of listing this week. So instead, I have been working on my future business plans, right? I've got one word: books.
I think Mel's covered this.
No. I am going to be the greatest bookseller in the world.
Are you going to be competing with Worldwide?
Well, I have global shipping on. No, I am going to open up.
Are you going to stock from them and sell it correctly?
I've been doing a deep dive into what's been selling for me, where I'm getting repeat business, where I'm not, which categories are performing, which aren't. And I've come to the conclusion that I need to open a new shop that just does books and builds a book business.
Yeah, that is a valid business plan for that. Has Thomas given you any advice on this?
Thomas doesn't do. Thomas charges £200 for a mentorship session. I ain't paying Thomas £200 for a mentorship session.
Are you going to do this through eBay or Amazon or both?
No, just eBay.
I think the fees are slightly better, and the attitude with Amazon does seem to be a bit abrupt, doesn't it? So
Amazon is going to be focusing on brand new goods. eBay will have 2 stores. One will be exclusively devoted to me getting rid of my backlog. So that store will be active for a number of years, probably, now that I've gotten it. And then a new store just for books. MMUK Book World.
It's still the sort of like the. Do you run the basic store or the medium at the moment?
The medium. I've got over 2,500 listings.
Yeah. I ordered a book from Amazon. This is my experience of Amazon. I ordered a book from Amazon. It was from a third-party seller they had on there. I believe it was Worldwide Books, and they failed to send it to me within 2 days. So Amazon auto-cancelled the order. So I did not get my book. I don't care if it arrived late. I had no fucking choice in the cancellation of my goddamn order.
If World of Books haven't sent it in 2 days, you're not getting it anyway.
No, probably not. Maybe they know that. But nonetheless,
if
I had to reorder the said book again. This time I had to buy it brand new because that's the only other copy that's available because it's not a popular book. And I had to pay fucking full price. I have now received the book within the day, but Amazon sent it Royal Mail tracked rather than via their van. And their depot is only 7 miles away. I don't understand why they're using Royal Mail, or is it?
They will do, depending on the size of the item, but normally for books they'll use Royal Mail, yeah.
Well, fair enough. It's cheap enough. It's only about £12 for the book and post, so sod it. But it's the most unreadable book ever.
Well, why the fuck did you buy it then?
It's a novelty item. It scarily is up my tree of interests. No, it's not magnets, coins, or any lasers. It's regarding a mathematical concept, I got a lot of math books. I'm a math nerd as well.
Okay, we've got a new band subject.
Right, quickly before you ban it, this book is about the largest prime number ever found by a computer back in 2019. It has not been beaten yet. They printed the entire number out in print so small you cannot read it with a fucking magnifying glass. The reviews they get are from brilliant, what a fucking excellent book, to what the fuck, 0. And there's about 4 reviews because I think that's their sale run. I just had to have the book. It's got 25 million numbers in it that you can't read.
Right. Say hello,
value for money.
Say hello to Nashika. It's her first time watching.
To Nashika?
Yes. She's not in
Hello,
the chat.
Nashika. Oh, no. Also, hello to someone else I missed. I can't see it in the main chat now. Someone said it may have been Ellen. I can't remember. Someone said hello to me, and I completely trouble is I've got 2 screens running at the moment, and one I can't read because it's got the same size print as that fucking book.
Nakisha.
On my telly. Nakisha. That's a very nice name. That's the sort of name I would name my cat.
I said with an N. I said with an N. I'm not having this. I definitely said with an N.
Nakisha.
Nakisha.
Yeah. The Flego died a death on eBay because of erodes. I still sell a small quantity on every until they ban me from selling it as well.
Me phone has Nashika in it because I tried spelling and it wasn't.
It decided to spell it for you.
Yeah, it wasn't. It just was not accepting things at all. I just like forever. This is going to be the wrong name in the phone. I wasn't going to tell her, but she now knows because she's just heard me say that.
Also, Mr. Tyler, if you'd like to see a fuller version of the collection of dollies, I have put my first ever YouTube video out on my channel in, I don't know, 7 years, something like that, which doesn't document them, but it's about 1 minute long of me just showing all my kids' toys.
I mean,
very good. It's gone viral because about eight people have seen it now. And I've decided to put on there non-copyright music for a change because most of my videos get copyright banned, as you are well aware.
Well, I never get this because I just don't bother putting any music on.
Yes, but whenever I show one of my videos with music on it, then you obtain also the ban.
If anyone does put content involving me out there on the internet and I haven't pre-approved it, though, I will copyright strike the fuck out of them. As happened to a certain Who Wants to Be a Millionaire rip-off channel that attempted to besmirch my reputation.
Did they that? And did you get any income from them?
They had their content removed.
Oh, that's no good. How are you going to get bloody
income? I didn't want to get anything from them. I wanted their content removing.
Oh, I see. It wasn't a copyright infringement. It was just a infringement of how you would like to see yourself, or how they interpreted, or something. I'll shut up. Have you watched anything decent on the television recently, Andrew?
I've enjoyed Halo, the second series. I know it's had its critics.
I never used to play the game, so I haven't any intrinsic interest, but I've heard good things about
it. I've enjoyed it. I mean, it's unrelated.
I might give it a watch. Did you bother watching Bad Batch?
I give up on it.
I think I got an episode and a half to watch. It didn't really tick any boxes.
Yeah, I started watching the latest. You know, I'm not really into the animation anyway, But I watched the first. I enjoyed the first series.
Yeah. I like to keep up the canon.
The second one was all right. The third one, I just got bored. So I've only watched one episode of Echo, and I've not gone back to watching any more of him.
I have not even. I wasn't even aware there was an Echo series.
Well,
I've got a shitload of Lego for that to sell. I've still got Echo Legos somewhere, or did I sell them all? I think they sold very quickly in one day. I sold 700 quid of them, and I think that alerted eBay and Lego to my little enterprise and decided to put a damn stop to it. The little buggers.
Well, you mean quite right. I am an official supplier of Lego on Amazon. I have been certified.
That's official.
Yeah, I can officially.
Well, that is one of Thomas's strong points, isn't it? He knows his good shit.
He knows his Lego. He knows his Lego.
He also knows that Sainsbury's drop shit quite quickly, and luckily I work in Sainsbury's and I get to see it first. But I don't have the space to stock the fucker. The margins on that aren't similar to the niche I've got at the moment, and the niche I have at the moment is a lot lower stock holding volume, so I can make as much money in a space that big that Mr. Thomas would have to fill up 68 boxes with. Although he will probably sell them through quicker, which is a very good business model. Business models are king. Cash flow is king, isn't it? It's no good having the best products on the market if you sell one a year.
It's just cash flow.
Yeah.
The more what business model you got, as long as your cash flow is good.
If you make 0.5% margin on something, if you sell 1 million, you're making a lot of money. If you get 1 million% profit on something and you sell one every 10 years, you'll probably be homeless by the time you sold one. You need cash flow, like you say. That's one thing I do like about the niche I'm in at the moment. The margin is ridiculously low. Who on eBay has a margin of 25%? People are looking at 500s, 300s, 200 at the lowest, perhaps. I'll look at 25%. I don't make a living from it because it's part-time, but the money I make off of it doesn't half make my income very comfortable. And I can do all of it from literally sitting where I am now. I can pack from here, I can stock from here, and I can store from my seat. Not many eBays can say that. I don't need any storage containers or any extra rooms. I don't have to go to car boot sales or any other suppliers. I can sit here and stock everything. This week alone, I put 1,000 items on sale from sitting here. Make 50p on an item. What's that? 500 quid.
Margin's too low for me.
Let's say, but this is only part time. It's
exactly.
It's like last 7 days, £440 I've cleared, which is me or sitting on my arse.
Right. So
again, if I'm sitting here, I'm also watching the telly, scoffing my crisps and drinking my cider.
So when you say you've cleared, does that mean that's your profit after fees and everything, or is that your sales value?
Let's have a little look. Hang on. No, yes, that is actually my sales value. So it's quite low this week. So I probably made £100, which is not very good.
Right.
No, but this is only off of after being away and not listing. Normally I would clear 3,000 a month. So it's about 750 a month extra income. For part time, remember?
Yeah, no, 750 a month part time's good. Depending upon how much time you spend it on it, of course, because I've heard.
Well, it's literally while I'm watching the telly.
Yeah, but that's still time spent on it. So it's know, if you're watching
TV,
I get
more interest in it.
If you're watching TV for 8 hours a day, then it's full time, isn't it? So that's the thing to think about.
But what else would I be doing?
Well, you could list items that are more profitable in the same time.
But they'd be bigger.
Well, not necessarily. No, you could sell jewelry.
No, I don't have the expertise in that. You need.
Yeah, but you build it, don't you? I mean, I have.
Also, the outlay for that is quite incredible.
I have no knowledge on clothing before I started selling clothing. No knowledge on books before I started going on them, but you learn it.
Yeah. I'm not advocating that my business model is for everybody. Not in the slightest. But remember, I have a built-in interest in it, so it's basically making money from a hobby. So I would still be doing similar stuff, not making any money. Why not make money while you do it? Which is
Evening, Ross.
A reasonably valid argument, but like I say, it's not a valid business model for anybody else. It is a unique business model.
Yeah.
The only downside is that because of the volume of sales, because the margin's low, it still does attract Mr. Taxman, because you can't get away with selling shitloads of volume and God knows with Mr. Taxman not noticing. So there is still.
Well, everyone should be paying tax anyway,
exactly.
because
also what I'm saying is the income tax is still getting taken off of that fucking margin as well, which drops it even lower. I work full time, so there's no £10,000 or whatever the bloody basic rate is. Buffer.
Why aren't you doing it as a limited company and paying yourself a dividend, and then it's more tax efficient?
That would take up a lot more time to set all that shit up.
No, it doesn't. Setting up a limited company
barely get enough time to actually sell the stuff I have because I work away.
It doesn't take up any more time. Setting up a limited company is a 2-minute job online. The accounts are not really that much more complex. It's still the same principle: money in, money out.
Yeah, the thing is, also it's not scalable, because if I was to scale it, I'd hit VAT very quickly.
Yeah, but what I'm talking about is more money in your pocket. That's what I'm trying to make to you.
But the thing is, although more money in your pocket is very good, I don't actually require too much more money. It's just nice extra money.
Yeah, but you're paying more in tax than you need to. That's my point. I mean, I'm very grateful that you're doing this because it funds my wages.
Well, I don't mind funding the country I live in. This is one of the things that of living in a developed country with reasonably good services is you do have to pay for them.
Yeah, but
value for money, isn't it? So if I'm paying your wages, then I don't mind.
Right. So common sense is not a thing here. Yes, go with Bofix, folks, and remember to use the Money Mental UK discount code. So just message Aaron Patrick, the QuickBooks chap, on Instagram. Tell them you're interested in accounting services and you would like to use the Money Mental UK discount code. It doesn't actually exist as a thing, but I'm hoping if he gets enough messages about it, he'll create it as a thing.
I was looking for the code, but I don't see the code.
I manned the Bofix stand at the Reseller Summit. I was giving people financial advice. People thought I was Aaron Patrick, the QuickBooks chap. It was brilliant.
So that's this part of your identity theft niche that you got running.
Yes, I have impersonated an accountant.
For £10 for the bag clothes and a bag bag.
Oh, was that one of your GoFundMe subscriber pages?
Well, I have set up an OnlyFans page now. If anyone wants to subscribe to Money Mental UK on OnlyFans, God knows what you'll end up with, because what we may probably be some randoms impersonating me. I still remember the days when I used to have YouTube accounts impersonating me. I think they've stopped that now, that you can claim your own handle on YouTube. But there used to be people who would impersonate me and go into YouTube chats.
Why would they do that?
Well, the thing is,
do they have a vendetta? Is it malicious?
Well, there's plenty of a vendetta against me. They go in there and make stupid. They go in there and make stupid comments, but the problem is, I just go into chats and make stupid comments. So, no.
Yeah, well, people don't know you what level of stupid comments that you make and what level you don't.
Yeah, they just
They're
failing.
just making a fool of themselves.
Like, there's nothing as bad as what I'd say. So it's just like it was wasting time.
Well, not only that, if I see a comment and it's got Andrew and I believe it's you, I'll look at the comment and I'll go, yeah, that's Andrew. I'll know it's not you because, like you said in your new introductory video, you don't hold any punches. You don't care what you say because of the way that you are. And I know who you are. I've met you. We've spoken for hours. So I believe I have a reasonable understanding of how you would comment. I think I'd spot an imposter. Unless they just use a few words just to be stupid. In which case, what's the point? Luckily, no one has impersonated me. I could understand why, but
right. Anyway, that was fascinating. Yeah, so I'm going to set up a book business because it turns out I have about 10,000 books not listed currently. So I might put them on a separate store that is exclusively books and gradually transition. Do you know the best thing about selling books, right? The best thing by far.
I have seen Mel's videos. There are a lot of good things.
No, nothing to do with Mel's videos that wouldn't be appropriate to this. This is a UK specific thing.
What was that?
Books are 0 rated for VAT, right? So
this is very good. Yes, I can see where you're going here.
So people talk about 85k VAT registration and whatever. If I was selling only books, I would go VAT registered now. I wouldn't even worry about turnover because that would mean I could claim the VAT back on my eBay fees, my shipping, various other items that I am purchasing for the business. So every 3 months, I'd put in my VAT return and I would be getting a rebate. I would be getting paid to sell books.
I imagine this is how worldwide books operate. So it sounds like a decent.
No, they sell not. They don't just sell books; they sell their VAT-rated items as well.
So they're fucked.
So, well, they claim the VAT back on any charges they have associated with the book sales, but if they're selling DVDs, which they do, or something else like that, then they have to pay VAT on that. So, but if you sell exclusively books, or I think baby clothing is another one, or you could do groceries, then I'd be fucking VAT registering on day one. I wouldn't be waiting until I hit any turnover thresholds, 90,000 now, isn't it? This is not financial advice, by the way, folks, because if it was, we'd get in trouble.
You are an accountant. I've seen you impersonate one.
I have impersonated accountants, but I'm not officially one. But yeah, if I was starting reselling again, knowing what I know now, I would just sell books and I would go VAT registered on day one, and I would be getting tax rebates every 3 months to cover the cost of the VAT that I'd have to pay on stuff, and it would just be a nice little additional income. Say you're spending, I don't know, 500 quid a month on postage. You'd go 20. You wouldn't go flat rate. You'd go 20%. You wouldn't go for no margin scheme. You go 20%. Say you're spending 500 quid a month on postage. 20% VAT on that is 100 quid. That's 100 quid a month in your pocket. But unfortunately, I knew none of these things when I started reselling. So now I have a large backlog of things that aren't books that I need to sell before I can transition. And also, apparently, I can't have a book selling business as one limited company and the Amazon business is a different one because they're both technically still retail businesses. So they're still the same business as far as tax evasion goes. Night secret capper. But if I built like an eBay book selling business to 6 figures, that is all I would do quite happily.
And they're quite small stock items.
Easy enough to source, low cost of goods. But I also got the 2 biggest sellers on eBay compete with you, which is Music Magpie and World of Books.
But you have the ability to provide a more personal service, and people would probably prefer to buy from you.
And also, they don't sell bundles.
No.
So if somebody's after a specific genre, they don't want to pay. I think the minimum price on Wub is about £2.86 now for a paperback. So they wanted 10 of them. That would cost them 28 quid. Because Wub don't combine.
Yeah, and they're not, because they're not a personal person. You can't exactly message them saying, "What about if I buy?" You can't do that with World of Books, can you?
No, and you would also just put a bundle of 10 books up for 25 quid, and you would get the sale because you're cheaper. Then your cost of goods is probably going to be about £2.50 on that. Your cost of postage is going to be a bit high because obviously it'd be over 2 kilos, but only about £5. So you'd be making, you'd be making about 12 quid.
But if you get used to doing it, you could probably do book bundles that you would know intrinsically come to under 2K.
Well, you just charge it for the postage. It doesn't matter. You just, you wouldn't do, if you do 6 books was over, you would do a 10 book bundle, say, because your difference in price isn't going to be that much between 6 and 10. But yeah, that's what I do. I know Bundle of Books does books, but he also sells DVDs and other stuff as well. I'm like, I just do books. I would do bundles, and I would do the books that I have knowledge of, which is the sort of the rare one-off ones as well. So I wish I had this knowledge like 6 years ago, because
don't non-fiction make a shitload of money?
Well, it depends on the book. Some of my most profitable sales have been fiction books. Like I've sold fiction books for 150 quid before, and I've sold non-fiction books for 150 quid before. So, but yeah, that would be the business model that I would choose if I was to start reselling again.
I'm not sure if I went back to the beginning what I would change, because I made a bloody titload out of Plego. I think I would probably still push that until they chucked me, but I might be a bit more careful. There are still people selling it. I don't understand, but never mind. No, actually, I don't think there are that many. I had a look the other day, and they're all gone. So they weren't empty threats. They actually did get rid of everyone. But I probably would have found a different platform to perform that on. So I'm not fond of every. The way that they do their promotions and God knows what else. It's one of those things where if you're doing really badly, you'll do very badly more. And if you're doing really well, you do it's a very. If you're doing well, whoomp, up you go, and if you do badly, down you go. It's far too high and low. Whereas on eBay, you fluctuate up and down, and you can control it a little bit by doing a couple of tweaks and God knows what else. On every, it's a lot harder, and you have to buy into their advertising campaigns and shit. Just not good enough for low val stuff. So. Whereas eBay, you can.
So in my adverts, they've now appeared on Facebook. Mike Tyson is the.
Because you looked up Mike Tyson earlier?
No, I haven't looked it up. It's because it's heard me talking about it.
Same thing. You have looked it up. It's heard you. You'd be surprised how many devices listen to you.
Yeah, I mean,
how much they will deny that they do anything about it. Bollocks! You can test it quite easily, as you just have.
Yeah, completely. I would never have Mike Tyson have popped up on me news feed before, and now all of a sudden I get an adverts about Mike Tyson. But yeah, so I think MMUK books will happen after I've moved. When I move, I'm taking my eBay store down and I'm rebuilding it from the ground up. It's too bloated at the
more
minute.
imminent, or is it still in flux, this move?
I need to get the house sorted. Still too much crap in it in a minute. Getting there though. We've taken about 3 van loads of stuff out of the house so far. Another couple of van loads and it'll be done.
Where's it going? To the local field?
No, it's going to be unit.
Oh, I see.
It's just time to do it because we are approaching Easter holidays, so I can't get any time off work at the minute because everyone else has taken time off, and I didn't realise it was Easter holidays.
Well, I am working all of Easter at flat rate because they don't pay any premium for working on bank holidays or weekends or Easter. I'm working all the way through it. Excellent. I'm even taking a day to drive to Scotland and a day to drive back, which I do not get paid for. Fucking lovely.
Yeah, I have a proper job, so I get overtime and travel time and all the rest.
However, on the upside, I do get very long days, which is brilliant. I get to work 12 hours a day and then live in basically the same as a prison for the night, otherwise known as a travel lodge.
Yeah,
I do not have any of my home comforts. I cannot do any fucking cooking, nor store any refrigerated foods. So I have to, although they're very nice to have some takeaways, living on them is not entirely good for your health nor wallet.
I have been through that experience before, which is why I now generally refuse to travel for work. Because
until I get any alternatives, it'll do. But it's not ideal. Like I say, I'm not promoting any of my business lifestyles because they are shite. But at the end of the day, I have a roof over my head. I have stuff around me which I can afford. I can afford all my bills. I am doing a lot better than a lot of other people.
Absolutely, many people in many unfortunate circumstances.
I don't see the point. I don't see the point in looking or comparing myself with others that have huge 4-bedroom houses and loads of space and 97-inch televisions on them.
And 99% of it paid by debt.
Yeah.
Because half the time, this is the trap, isn't it? People are like, oh, I want a bigger house and whatever, take on more debt to do it, so I have to work harder to pay off that debt.
You're not going to enjoy the stuff you have.
Yeah,
you're out there still buying it.
And you know, on paper, they're actually poorer than somebody who might be living in a 2-bedroom house quite comfortably.
Oh, I'd love to live in a 2-bedroom house. I'd have a stockroom.
I mean, my only debt is mortgage, and that's 128 grand at the minute. It might go up when I move, because the
interest rates are at their highest they're going to be. They've already said they're likely to eventually drop
again. Yeah, but my amount.
So whatever you can afford now is what you can afford forever.
Yeah, well, yeah, but
or be better off.
Yeah, but the point I was making is my amount of debt may increase when I move because I may need to get a larger mortgage. We shall see. I'd rather pay off my mortgage in its entirety, which is probably going to be the next thing that I look to do after I've moved.
Yeah, that'll save thousands.
Yeah, I looked at the. They send you like this annual statement about, if you by the end of your period when you've paid off the mortgage in full, this is how much you'd have paid. And I was like, oh my god, it's an insane amount. So I was like, I need to pay this off quicker because it's like nearly double. It was like something like 230 grand or more, and I was like, fuck me. So yeah, I'm gonna.
So there's like 100 grand there that you there's something you can do something about, isn't there?
Yeah, so I overpay each month. That reduces, and it snowballs as well.
It does. It reduces it very quickly.
So that's going to be the challenge after I relocate, is to clear the mortgage in less than 5 years.
Well, you've already done 60k in that time. This is a valid new target.
Yeah, and that was with less capital available.
Yeah,
because I was spending.
It's not unachievable, is it?
No.
And even if you don't achieve it, you're going to be some bloody god long way towards it.
Yeah. Well, I want to pay it off, and then when I've got no debt at all, I will quit work.
And go full-time bookman.
Or I could become an online influencer and sell courses and advertise from my clapped out Land Rover.
You'll have a fleet of them by then, I expect.
I did start saving up for a new car earlier in the year, and then I just realised that I'm better off putting the money towards my relocation and getting that sorted out first.
Priorities.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to starting my new career as an online influencer and selling courses. Do you want to buy a course from me about how to start off an eBay business?
I've already started one.
Give me 250 quid and help you start another one.
I don't need another one. I can barely keep up with this one. This is scalable beyond my amount of time that I have.
Give me 500 quid and I'll tell you how to keep up with it.
Well, I'm not so sure because you'd have to talk about coins.
No.
There you go.
That would be £1,000.
Could I pay it in coins?
Pay whatever you want as long as it's a legal tender.
Legal tender is not what people think it is.
Stamps.
No. Legal stamps are not legal tender. Legal tender is stuff that is money that you can pay debt with, but what you cannot necessarily go to a shop and buy stuff with. If I had 20 pence in 1p coins, I could quite easily be refused at a shop and they'll be well within their rights to, but it is legal tender. If I had a debt to you in court, I can pay it at any means I like as long as it's legal tender, including shit that goes back. Well, I could pay you in sovereigns. I'd be stupid too because they're worth more. But a sovereign is worth £1. Always has been. But all coinage has legal tender if it has a face value and has not been demonetized. I couldn't pay you, for example, in an old 5p piece. Not legal tender. I could, if I owed you £100,000, I could pay you in 10 million 1p pieces. But only if it was a legal debt. Or you wouldn't expect to buy a house with 1p coin. They would say, go fuck yourself. I think they would be within their rights to do so.
People are complaining about Marks and Spencer's food hall shutting at 8 o'clock in Wrexham. That's got to be a fucking first world.
Dare they?
Oh, it's out. There's outrage on Facebook, and I'm like, fuck me. The Marks and Spencer's food hall is
addressed.
Marks and Spencer's food hall is just by Sainsbury's and just by Aldi, both of which shut at 10. So oddly enough, if it's shut when you get there, you've actually got a choice of other supermarkets to go to, and I'm just like, fuck,
Or get there bloody earlier.
It's
Plan
like,
your
oh,
life.
it's unacceptable. I was like, really? It's open for 12 hours a day. If you can't get there during those 12 hours, there's a 24-hour Tesco.
Or you will live until the next day. You will not starve to death.
It's just absolutely ridiculous.
I do love people that complain about first world problems. It's very funny.
But yeah, here's the post. I don't know if it'll come up. Tonight we would like a treat. Closes at 8. Well,
oh no, well, go to the hotel.
Who goes out for that?
Who thinks?
Who thinks I need a treat at 8:30 at night? I'll go to Marks and Spencer's food hall. I mean, fucking hell, Christ, their life.
What do you mean they're not open? Change the way.
Tell you what, if I was lucky enough to have a beautiful lady like Nashia, oh, hang on, she's told me how to say it. Hang on, let me find the text. I can't even work out. Like Nakisha, yeah, right. I would consider fucking Marks and Spencer's a treat. Be like, right, we'll go out for a steak meal or something like that. In a restaurant as a treat. Let's go into a fucking supermarket.
Yes, they're not doing it properly, are they?
That's ridiculous.
Not only that, wouldn't you plan ahead and just have a batch of treats ready?
Well, also, I've got this thing called a fridge that has food in it.
Apparently, they invented these, didn't they, quite recently? And very, very useful.
I also have a freezer.
I fancy a treat now. I fancy some sweeties. Oh, guess what? I bought them earlier.
Was that before 8 o'clock?
It was. Although the shop was open until 10 and it's now nearly 11. I would have been out of time. But hey ho, I thought I'd think ahead. I might fancy a treat later.
In exciting news, Nikisha has said that she's a vegetarian, so she's happy to go to Marks and Spencer's food hall. So I've just saved myself some money.
There we go.
First date sorted. Surely there's got to be like a vegetarian restaurant.
Well, they all are. They all got vegetarian dishes.
Well, I don't know. Like, I take my niece out. She's vegetarian. And they've got about 2 meals on there. Both of them she don't like. And I'm like, oh, we'll have to go somewhere else, won't we?
Or she'll have to change her diet.
Well, that I did suggest KFC and that didn't go down well.
Well, chickens are vegetarians. What's the difference? If you're eating another vegetarian, aren't you a vegetarian?
No.
Logically. You are. Well,
no.
If you eat a vegetarian, you're now eating. A vegetarian is
no. You
eat a vegetarian.
No, there's a very good chance that you're a carnivore then.
I think they should call it carnivores because you can. It's our dietary requirements. I'm sure it is. Our teeth have evolved this way. I'm sure there's a need for it. But I'm not going to get into that. I think people can eat what the bloody hell they like. So
I have started. I now eat a lot healthier than I used to. So I have experienced corn.
Corn's okay if you get the decent stuff. Some corn is shit. Some corn is good. I have no problem with eating vegetarian. Designed specifically for vegetarian food as long as it tastes nice.
I also occasionally make a vegetable curry as well.
Yeah, they're fine as long as it tastes nice.
Well, obviously, I made it.
Puke, then
I'm an amazing cook, and I have a margarita.
Indeed, I've seen your efforts. They are culinary.
And I have had a margarita pizza. I am practically vegetarian.
Well, there you go.
This is it. I am
not quite vegan, but definitely vegetarian.
No, I don't understand veganism. That's a whole new level on me.
Nor can I. What the hell? How do you step outside your house without violating it?
Well,
You could be breathing in some odd milk molecules or something.
People probably use the door to step outside. I imagine that's what they're there for.
And then breathe in milk molecules, and then they're contaminated.
Well, I think they can cope.
Well, apparently not, according to most of the comments they write. But nonetheless, I will remain an omnivore. There are many meats I do not like. There are many vegetables I do not like. But I will eat the stuff that I consider to be adequate and reasonably supplied to me. I shan't go out and doing naughty things to any particular animals just to eat them. Nor will I be happy in eating any animals that have been mistreated. But I'm just very, very plain and boring.
I think we're just old, Phil. I think that's the problem.
Or wise.
No.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
No, I think that's going
probably
too far.
just old.
We've got Mr. Ian, Master of Pieces, in. Welcome, Ian.
And Mr. Neil.
Oh, hang on. I've scored a date with... hang on, I'm going to have to look to see how to say this again. This is not going to go well. I have scored a date with Nikisha.
Indeed.
Apparently the Marks and Spencer's near her has got a cafe, which ours doesn't have. No cafe in Wrexham. We'll go to yours. Yeah, the great pleasure of meeting Ian in Derby at the weekend. Fortunately, I think he missed my attempts at breakdancing, so we won't need to mention that in public.
Did anyone video it?
I hope not. Right, what is the best food to get in a Marks and Spencer's cafe? I've not been in one.
I recall the last time I have used the Marks and Spencer's cafe. I've frequented Marks and Spencer's food halls before, and I enjoy very much their ham and coleslaw sandwiches. They are very good.
Right, so basically food that's got onions in. I mean, that's not going to happen, is it?
Not for yourself, no, but me personally, that would be me, but I don't go to the restaurant.
I don't know how to break this to you, but I'm not taking you on a date.
What?
So
you promised.
You're a married man.
No, I'm not married. I cannot be without breaking the law because my partner is currently married.
Well, you need to you need to rectify that situation, don't you? That's
cool.
That's a you problem, not a me problem.
And yeah, exactly.
So. Right, who has been to a Marks and Spencer's cafe here in the chat and knows what I can get for a vegetarian?
An apple.
Do I have to eat vegetarian food as well, or do I get to eat meat?
Well, it depends if she's offended by you eating meat in front of her.
Could people be offended by that?
Some vegetarians are very, I don't like that.
I think we'll be okay. I'll just have a macaroni cheese.
Depends on authorities. I mean, I get offended in a lot of ways people eat, let alone regarding what they eat. But I just, whatever. You could be a fucking pig at the dinner table, but
it's okay because we're having tea and cake apparently.
Tea and cake is always very good. Does it have to be a carrot cake or a steak cake? They don't make steak cakes, do they?
Well, I imagine not. No, I mean, who the fuck looks at a fucking cow and thinks that would make a good cake?
Who looks at a carrot and says that'll make a good cake?
Well, people who make carrot cake.
Or what are people who make steak cakes? The argument is identical.
And apparently they do carrot cake. It's been confirmed. I tell you what.
Yes, this is what I'm saying.
Nikisha is an expert on the Marks and Spencer's cafe here. It sounds like she's going there regular.
Sounds like she has some money.
We got We got
or she goes with people that pay for her that have money.
Well, this is it. I've offered to pay for cake and tea now, haven't I?
Indeed.
This is how it works. This is just, you get me on the subject of the Marks and Spencer's food hall, and all of a sudden I'm paying for some cake and tea at Marks and Spencer's cafe. This is how things escalate, folks.
How about if Lidl or Aldi did a restaurant? That'd be good.
She says she pays
in-store bakeries, don't they? I imagine a lot of the clientele would make use of their however, the selling floor space probably would go to waste, wouldn't it?
Right. I've offered to pay for the cake.
Have you researched the prices or said
I don't think I've been in a Marks and Spencer's cafe to eat for about 20 years. My mum.
You might be surprised at the price.
It's the kind of place that my mum would go. And obviously I don't want to be seen out in public with her, so.
If a retired lady can afford £10 per slice of cake.
I don't think she was retired 20 years ago, to be honest. She's not that old that she was retired 20 years ago.
Still looking at £10 a slice of cake, and maybe £15.
I don't think it's £10 for a slice. You go downstairs to the food hall and buy a cake for less than £10.
Yes, but that's not in their service area or upstairs in their cafeteria.
Right. I can 100% guarantee they're not charging £10 for a slice of cake in a Marks and Spencer's cafe.
$9.50 then.
It's definitely not £10. It might be like £4 or something. And it's not going to be £10. It's £3.50 a slice, according to our Marks and Spencer's cafe expert.
Oh, there we are. So 3 slices would be a tenner. Ish.
Yeah, well, I'm only buying 2, and one for me and one for Nikish. This is not going in my head. We need to have a new name. I can remember Nikish's Instagram better than I can remember her actual name. This is embarrassing now. It's embarrassing. Keisha. Keisha. I think I'm probably still going to fuck that one up, but we'll give that a try. Keisha. Oh, nothing else. We've got a date tonight at Marks and Spencer's cafe. Pardon?
Is that an egg flan thing, Keisha?
No, that's a quiche.
Oh.
That is also a popular meal with vegetarians unless it's got ham in it.
Or bacon.
Or bacon.
Or onions if you're concerned. A lot of quiche apparently do have onions on them, unfortunately advised.
I'm not saying it right. How am I? How am I supposed to say Keisha? This is just getting far too complex. How do I say? Is it Kisha? Do I say it as Kisha?
Is she of Indian origin, or what origin is that language?
I am saying it right. I am so confused. Is it? I've got no clue now what's going on. Right. So, Kisha or Keisha, you're going to have to voice message me to say what I should be saying. I'm so confused. Like, I'm just going to go. Can I just say, like, we'll just say, I don't know. I can't work it out.
Babe.
Keisha. Keisha. This is so confusing. How can I not do names? Just got. I could go with.
You ask her to phonetically spell it, or
She just did, and it's just right. I'm going to go with Brian.
Brian will do. Yeah.
Brian.
You can't say Brian wrong, can you? It's not Brian or Brian. It's always Brian.
Key idea. Keisha. Is it Keisha?
Neil agrees with me. Just call her Babes. Or Love, if you want to be coarse, or
even
flower.
We're watching me attempt to say so it's Keisha.
Or make up a nickname, Kiki.
Kinky.
That'll do.
I don't think that would go down well. Can you imagine that?
Take the N out. Just go Kiki. So that you know there's an N there.
Can you imagine?
There's a silent N.
Well, you imagine just go out, right? I'd like some carrot cake for Miss Kinky here. You know, it's not going to go down well, is it?
All they can do is raise their eyebrow in a sort of like Spock, way and go, "Here, this is a weirdo," but it's none of their business, surely. Just call her Bob.
Right, it's like the worst fucking advice ever, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to start a new business or advice on calling how to call female partners. It'd be a good service.
No, you've upgraded it to a partner now. They're only going out for tea and a cake. You've got to be committed to a long-term relationship now.
Then Neil says you could call her Pet. Was that a bit too northern for you? Love, darling, or all the other outdated, stupid names you can call people. I still have a colleague that calls every single woman Flower, and I go, oh God.
So what would happen if she was called Rose?
Well, you call her Rose, wouldn't you? Because there's not really any issue with that name.
So
you
if
don't
she
need to
was
shorten it, you don't need to make another name up.
So if she was called Emma, he would call her Flower. But if she was called Rose, he would call her Rose.
If I had a lady I was going out with that was called Emma, and I used to call her Emma. It's not a name that you can confuse with any different sort of like pronunciation.
I do notice anytime I speak to somebody from the sort of the Wirral or Liverpool, sort of Merseyside area I go with, they do like to shorten people's names. So Emma becomes M, Andrew becomes And, Phil becomes, Phil. Robert would become Rob or whatever, you know. They'll never say anyone's full name.
I know a few people from the Scouser region as well. They'd actually lengthen my name. They don't call me Phil. They call me Phil, you twat, or something like that.
Yeah, right. That's just a personal thing to you. I don't think they'd call other people called Phil that.
Yeah, I expect you're correct. Or Phil, you knobend, come over here. It's very endearing. Mind you, I don't think that's actually, thinking about it, that's not actually confined to just the Scouse area. I think most of the country does
that. I'm going to, Neil, when you go to bed tonight, right, my challenge to you is to turn to your wife and say to her, would you like to have sex tonight, pet? And see how that goes down. See if you end up with the sex or without the sex.
Probably not a challenge. It's probably how that occurs.
I think he's going to go without the sex. I think he's probably going to get a response along the lines of, why the fuck did you just wake me up, you twat? So, Keisha, I'm just practicing. I've still got this in my head.
Quiche will do. Quiche.
No, not. I'm calling something the name of a fucking food item, am I? For fuck's sake.
Gucci.
I'm going with the name that she would like to be called. I think that's probably a good thing to start with, rather than this, random fucking food object approach.
How about when you meet her face to face and ask her, and then you could emanate how she sounds back?
Well, that's just like that's just far too fucking sensible, isn't it? People don't come to this channel for common sense advice today.
This is true. I do stand corrected, sir.
I was very saddened to hear that the Princess of Wales has got cancer today. Actually, that was not good.
I think it was on the cards the way that it had been portrayed before. There seemed to be something amiss, didn't there?
Yeah, I mean, she's obviously not in a good place because she'd not done any. I was looking at sending some flaminol.
Flaminol. She's not sending petrol bombs.
Okay, all right. We've had a serious reselling question, not in the chat here, but a comment on my channel introduction video. So let's see if we can answer this serious reselling question. Hi, was looking at sending some flammable glue through the post. Royal Mail says they don't take it. Loads of eBay sellers sending it through Royal Mail, though. Worth the risk or no, a legit courier that will? So, the question, folks, in the chat is, should we be sending this flammable glue through Royal Mail, even though they say not to? Or do we have recommendations for another courier that sends flammable glue?
I will ban myself from answering this question because I have sent a lot worse abroad. That's as far as I'll go.
So, right. So that was the worst attempt at answering the question ever.
Yes, it didn't help at all, did it?
No, that was completely. That was so unhelpful.
There are quite a lot of flammable products which are usually intrinsically safe unless you're really stupid. So as long as it is disguised well enough and you don't tell the Royal Mail, I'm sure you'll probably be 99.9% fine. I don't think any other courier would be any different. I have received stuff using, probably not through Royal Mail, but I think through probably Yodel, DPD, and the likes. Like if ever I need a supply of isopropyl ethanol, like cleaning glue and shit like that, and television screens and glass. I can't get that through Royal Mail because it's incredibly inflammable, but I'll still get it delivered. So there are couriers out there that will. It needs to be packed correctly and the liability to be attained and insured. Was that a more sensible answer?
I'm just going to say FedEx.
Or wrap it in lots of sellotape and bubble wrap. It's like you're not supposed to send batteries through the post of Royal Mail unless blah, blah, blah. People bloody do. All the time, every day. Until the Royal Mail start putting bloody X-ray machines on goddamn stuff. I'm sure there's 99% of the banned shit you can probably get away with, as long as it's not obviously illegal, stupid crap like uranium or something.
So our answers in the chat are: if it's cheap, risk it. Dave repairs will nick it, and Phil wants to send a nuclear weapon through the post. So we're doing well here.
Well, I'll just say be careful if you do.
Well, I imagine if anyone wanted to send a nuclear weapon through the post, they would indeed be careful.
Liquid mercury via air mail.
Right.
It's a bad no-no.
I've replied to say FedEx because I know that they ship.
It makes the wings dissolve off your airplane.
I've told them FedEx. I know FedEx ship dangerous goods, so I've resolved this problem myself. As always, everyone else has proved useless.
I've given you plenty of options of what not to do. That narrows things down.
No, it doesn't. That's just useless information.
Entertaining.
This channel is not designed to entertain. Have you not seen my latest introduction? Nowhere do I say it's an entertainment channel.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
There's a lot of people who were commenting the colour purple for some reason on that video as well. I have no idea why.
Nor do I. We're probably out of the loop here, Andrew. I have no idea. I did not read the comments because I
go and have a look at it.
So there were no comments when I watched it because being an avid fan of your video uploads, I saw it long before a comment stream had occurred.
There was somebody who watched the initial version that was uploaded, which had no sound on.
Well, that's excellent.
Because it turned out I'd managed to somehow, and I don't know how, because I have no clue how to do it, muted the microphone. And it took me half an hour on Google to find out how to unmute it, because all of the information about how to do it on Windows 11 on Google was incorrect or out of date. But eventually, I found somebody who had got more up-to-date information. There's a tool that Windows have removed that was really useful that would have done it for me, and it'd gone. But I found out how to do it. I hope I never mute it again because I only another half an hour spent on Google looking up, trying to work that shit out. I was very angry. So that was actually the second take of that video I'd done, and the first take of the video was actually. Oh no, hang on, no, that's the introduction video. No, it's the reseller summit video that I had to do twice. The intro video I just did once. I'd resolved the microphone issues by then.
It does seem to be an ongoing thing, microphone issues these days, especially since Windows 11 has come out. Even though I don't use Windows 11, there are some apps I have to really faff about to try and get existing stuff to work, which worked before.
When they give you that option to upgrade to Windows 11, it's a trap. Do not accept it, folks.
Fortunately, I don't have to because my laptop, although very good, it's very old and it can't accept the damn thing anyway.
Well, it cost me 80 quid because my label printer doesn't work with Windows 11. Even though it says it does, I did check this before upgrading. It then turned out not to work, and Zebra had lied about it working with Windows 11. And you get live support with Zebra. I don't know if people know this, but if you've got a Zebra printer, there's free live support for life with it. So I spoke to live support and oh yeah, no, it don't work with Windows 11. I said, the freaking website says it does. Why does it say it does on your website? But it doesn't. Oh yeah, they've done an update since then. Well, why haven't you updated your website? So I wouldn't have downloaded it, and now it's been more than a week, and I can't fucking reverse back. Wow, fuming. So I've had to buy a Mumbin
when they're working. When they're not, and you got to sort it out. Jesus Christ.
I've bought a Mumbin printer, and even though at some points I will promote Mumbin when they give me a free printer to do so, I can tell you it's not as good as a Zebra printer.
I love my Zebra printer. Again, you do get initial snags when you get one. You try for love nor money, and you cannot get the bloody things to work. But once you stumble upon how it bloody does work, leave it alone. It'll work forever then.
Yeah, so again, what I did there was just I simply spoke to the free Zebra live support that you get with your Zebra printer. Doesn't matter whether it's a second-hand one that you've bought on eBay or whatever, they just support anyone. And it was set up and working in 2 minutes. But when it comes to Windows 11, I thought I'd do the same thing. Nah, website's wrong. Brilliant. But I could sell that Zebra printer on for more than I paid for it, to be fair. So I probably need to get round to actually
go £100, don't they, at least?
Yeah, I pay 60 quid for it, and it's 120 quid on eBay, I think, at the minute for the same model.
Achievable.
So
I've got mine for about 100, I think, maybe 120. I don't know. It's in that area, Andrew.
Yeah. So I'm stuck with a Mumbin. I did order as well a label printer for Amazon, which was brand new, allegedly. Ordered it from eBay, private seller. Rocks up. It's not brand new at all, and it was missing the manual and stuff. So I messaged them and said, look, I want to return this. I wanted a brand new item. It's not brand new that you sent me. He then refunds me, allegedly. I think fair enough. Well, a week goes by, it's showing it's refunded on eBay, but I've not had the money. So I get in touch with eBay. Oh, yeah, there's been a problem. It's not refunded it. We'll refund you. So eBay refunded me. So presumably he's not had enough money in his bank account. And then a week after that, I get a message from him saying, when are you returning the item? I said, well, you've refunded me. He goes, yeah, but it's normal to return it. I said, I can't return it because you haven't given me a return label. I said, if you need to give me a return label so I can send it back to you. So why have I got to do that? So because you've sold me your printer as new that isn't new. There's missing bits. Never sent me a return label. So there you go.
Mine now, mine.
I'm not buying from no private sellers on eBay again. Every time I do it, I have a shit experience. It come just after the week after I bought something from a business seller masquerading. Sorry, a private seller. No, a business seller masquerading as a private seller. I ordered some labels that I needed. It was a week before she dispatched them. So I'm not ordering from private sellers on eBay. It's just a shit experience.
Right, I better use the porcelain ware again. I'll be back shortly.
Keisha hasn't responded to my latest WhatsApp, so she's probably still thinking about cake. Right, who's watching still? Don't be shy. Come say hi. We've still got the majority of our viewers with us, unless people have left and come back, which is amazing because we're just prattling on. Ross is still watching. Excellent. You are our only viewer currently, Ross. Well done. The worst thing is people who watch on the TV because you can't comment if you watch on the TV, can you? You have to get your phone out to join the chat if you got it on the TV. When I'm watching YouTube, don't watch a lot of YouTube these days because it's a very busy man. But when I'm watching the YouTube, very rare to get a comment from me because it's on the TV. I did indeed see Ricky Resell's video about the summit. I spent several minutes watching a screen that said "the end," waiting for something to happen. So he now owes me several minutes of life, which I will be cashing in on. There were 10 sales at Amazon today. Still only 2 on eBay.
Can you send the gentleman an invoice for your time?
Well, I think I'm going to send him more than an invoice for my time.
Oh, cheap plonk from the German store.
It better be Aldi.
It would be if Aldi were closer, but my postal services that I use is right next to a Lidl.
I'm sure you just said the name of a store that is banned. As we know, folks, this channel only accepts Aldi as a supermarket of choice.
If Aldi were next to me, I would certainly use them. I am a creature of, are you near me? Do you sell stuff cheap? I'll buy it. I'm not particularly interested what they wish to call the store Bob if they wish.
I'll tell you one thing. I do prefer the steak in Lidl to Aldi steak, I must admit.
I find a lot of the products are remarkably similar, but I don't think there's a lot between the two. It's just more familiarity.
You get corn-fed steak in Lidl, which you can't get in Aldi. So it's better steak in there. Aldi don't seem to do the fresh pasta sauces. Lidl don't seem to do the fresh pasta sauces. But Aldi do fresh pasta sauces, which I quite like, the fresh pasta sauces and the fresh pasta.
I think being a grocery shopping in Aldi is superior, but non-grocery, probably Lidl. There are certain things that Aldi do which Lidl don't, which is a ball ache because I don't have an Aldi close to me. I've got about 10 Lidls next to me. There's one every other door. It's not really that much of an exaggeration, unfortunately.
Aldi is 5-minute walk. It's next door to Morrison's, and Morrison's has now started doing an Aldi and Lidl price match.
Yes, they have.
And they're price matching there. I thought they would do what Tesco and Asda and others do.
Sainsbury's do, Aldi, don't they? So.
Where they price match their what used to be Tesco value stuff. They don't call it that anymore, do they? Because they've stepped away from it.
Sainsbury's is Stanford Street, I think they call it.
Yeah, it used to be Sainsbury's basis, didn't it? When they price match the cheap shit, which actually isn't as good quality as the stuff in Aldi. Yeah. But Morrison's are price matching just their own brand stuff, not the Morrison simple stuff.
Sometimes if they don't produce it in their own brand, they will price match. I've noticed.
Yeah. So there's the heat of things in Sainsbury's but yeah, generally they try and price match with the cheap shit.
Pet food I find is brilliant because supermarkets that I use, but predominantly Sainsbury's because I work there all the time. But Sainsbury's price match a lot of their main range stuff to either I think it's Aldi's, and the pet food in Aldi's and that aren't that good, but the pet food in the supermarket is, and they price matched it, which is fantastic. Thank you. I can pick up little bags of bickies with a pussycat for 65 bloody pence. But blinder, that's a lot better than £1.20 for Dreamies, and they're identical. And if the pussycat likes it and she's a fussy fucker, then that suits me. What cats are not fussy? Never get a cat. God.
No, I don't listen to any of that. It's random ramblings.
I did not say anything at all interesting. So.
Yeah, well, Morrison's haven't clocked on to doing their simple range as the price match. They're doing their normal food. So now I'm getting the Morrison's quality stuff that they're price matching for the same price as the Aldi. And then I'm walking over to Aldi and getting the stuff that Morrison's aren't price matching for Aldi prices. Best of both worlds. And the post box is in Morrison's, so I'm dropping off my post in there anyway. And also, Aldi don't do apple and mango squash. And now Morrison's are price matching their apple and mango squash with Tesco's, so it's 30p cheaper than it used to be.
Morrison's lost my trust ages ago. Where I used to live about 15 years ago, closest supermarket, I had an Asda and a Morrison's, and Morrison's were far superior. Until I don't know what happened with Morrison's, but all of a sudden there was just no care in the store, and stuff was always priced wrong. You'd get to the checkout, it's not the price, it's bloody on the shelf, and you get fed up with trying to pull them on it all the time. Say, look, it's the wrong bloody price. I've just put it through the till, it's coming up as this. Your shelf says it's something different. It's all right every now and then, but I thought, maybe it's that store, and I went to other stores, same issues all the time. It's becoming a chore and fraudulent. I'm not having none of this, and they went downhill for a long time. I used to love Morrison's. I particularly like their salad counter thing where you can get.
I love the salad box at Morrison's. Big fan of that.
That's brilliant.
It's on the meal deal.
Exactly.
It's on the meal deal, so you can have the medium-sized salad box.
Yeah, which is good
a drink and a side for £3.50 with your Morrison's More card. Now I can put a lot of stuff in a salad box.
As resellers, we know how to pack, don't we? So.
Well, exactly, and I'm I'm only going for the self scan anyway, so I don't give a shit if the lid doesn't shut or not.
No, just as long as it doesn't pour out in your bag.
Effectively, they've given me 2 lids to fill, so I'm walking along with the contents of 2 salads in this thing.
They don't mind. They don't mind because anything that's left at the end of the day,
they don't see me because I go for the self-service.
Yeah, well, they wouldn't mind anyway because it's.
I have just confessed to stealing from Morrison's. I'm not stealing. I'm paying them the money. Stealing. It is not my fault if they haven't designed the boxes or the systems properly.
Correct. You cannot be stealing. You're not breaking any law. You are within the confines of their parameters, aren't you? They say fill a box. They didn't say it had to be closed. But if they did, wasn't clearly marked to say that. I'd be a brilliant attorney. My client was right, I'd say. There you go. Yes, Phil. Okay, case closed.
I am definitely being food efficient. I love it. Yeah, it's a meal for 2. There, get me lunch sorted. I can't eat
meal for 2. I still eat it all at once.
Well, no, I can't eat the amount I've put in the salad box. I can't eat all that in one sitting. That's me lunch and my evening sorted.
What would you bang in your salad box then? What's your faves?
Well, anything that doesn't have onions in.
Well, that knocks it down to about 3 boxes then.
Well, they've got the pasta.
Actually, all the bacon bits then.
No, I don't do no bacon. No, they got the pasta.
I like the bacon bits.
The couscous is really good for packing the edges. You get the couscous in around the edges. Once you filled your box, nothing else can go in.
Call it, isn't it? Void fill.
Yeah. Once you pack your box, nothing else can go in. Bag in some couscous. That stuff can find the gaps like nobody's tomorrow.
Put a bit of the saucy stuffy, liquidy stuff, so they can stick some more shit on the top and pile it high.
Yeah. Well, and don't forget you've got 2 lids there that you're using as well. Don't try and shut the lids because that will just not go well. Don't need to strap it down. You just walk out. You've got 2 hands. You've got 1 lid in this hand, other lid in that hand. You've got your cocktail sausages side order in your pocket, and you've got your 7-Up side order in your other pocket. Sorted. £3.50. That's lunch and dinner sorted. So these are the kind of tips that you subscribe to Money Mental UK for when he's drunk.
There you go. So this is the future, isn't it, Andrew?
This is a life hack, isn't it? It's a life hack.
Well, it's a taster of your coming course.
Or go there at 6 p.m. at night, and it's all 19p. But you only have you only have like one thing, like
you have to
whatever's left of the side or whatever.
To find out whether your local does this at a particular time or not. Because sometimes you go a little bit, and then it's all gone because they've thrown it all.
Oh.
You think,
One thing I used to do, they have stopped this. They kicked off on me last time I did it. I worked out that I could put more grated cheese in the tub, and it was cheaper for me to do that than it was to buy a bag of grated cheese from him.
Yeah, especially if you crunch it down.
So I was filling the tubs just with grated cheese, the £1.99 ones, and walking out with those because it was £2.50 for a bag.
Yeah, they expect you to sprinkle it, don't they?
And I was getting more grated cheese in the tub, weight-wise.
That's a good tip. I have not thought of that.
Yeah, getting more grated cheese in the tub weight-wise than buying the bag of it. So I was just doing that. But they stopped me doing it, bastards.
No,
save yourself.
Next time you go in, if it's not the same person, you could probably get away with it still. Just be a bit more sly.
I'm 6'4". I don't think I can be sly.
Yeah, no, but I don't think they have a
particular
CCTV system designed to watch for the cheese grater.
No, but what they do have is the ability to talk to each other, and they go, if you see somebody coming trying to buy just cheese in a salad box,
big lanky bastard or something like that.
Yeah, it's this cunning thing called word of mouth.
Just make sure the people that have this word of mouth aren't working that day. They all have.
Right, so I've got to figure out who knows about
dinner
at
who doesn't. 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, well, as if I'm going to be fucking there at 8 o'clock in the morning working then.
Go to a different one.
So that'll
be cost effective.
Right. So to save myself 50 on cheese, I've got to spend £2 on fuel.
There you go. See, so
Fuck me.
You come here for the tips, people. See, not only can you save yourself on cheese, but you can kill the planet with extra fuel use.
Right. Anyway, folks, if you want to save money on grated cheese, grab the salad box from Morrison's, fill it just with grated cheese, pack it in tight, and you can get more cheese than you can if you were to buy the bag of grated cheese from Morrison's. Top tip there. Or you could just buy a block of cheese and grate it yourself. Either way works.
You never try cleaning a cheese grater? Fuck that.
No, because I've got a dishwasher.
Yeah, even so, you've got to still physically put it in there. When your tip, you don't even have to do that.
I was banned from, never mind Wilco's Pick and Mix, Woolworths Pick and Mix I was banned from.
That's going back some time.
It was about the last time I bought a Pick and Mix.
I still find they're more expensive than they were some of these pick and mixes even back in the day.
Well, obviously they're more expensive. Fucking inflation's about 15 million%.
So what I mean is even back in the day, I thought they were reasonably dear. You're better off just buying the box of candy that you wanted. Some of it, you look at me, yeah, I'm not so sure about that.
You've been watching too many American channels with this talk of candy.
Yeah, so I think you are correct. It does rub off.
You're
boiled sweets. Do you remember the good old days when you used to go into virtually any corner shop or whatsoever? They used to have glass bottles of sweeties behind the counter, and you could say, "Could I have a quarter of those, please?"
No, because I was born in the 80s, not the 1950s.
Well, I was born in the 60s, and in the 70s, I used to
very
much enjoy getting a quarter of sweeties.
Excellent. So before I was born.
Yes, you missed out on that era. That was a very good era. And back in those days,
we used to have
pocket money.
We had a shop in the village called This and That, the penny sweets. So you'd go in there, you 10p, and you get 10 sweets or whatever, right? And it's brilliant. It's the best place ever. It's bargain. You know, we loved it. Regrettably, it got closed down because it turned out the bloke running it was a paedophile.
Oh.
And he was using his penny sweets to lure in kids and abuse and molest them. Oh, it's devastated. The worst news ever. I loved those penny sweets, and just because he did was a nonce, it was gone.
Oh, well, I suppose, yeah.
Gutted.
Those were the days when it just was unchecked.
Back when you could get a Freddo for 10p. And you'd have that choice. You'd have that difficult decision moment. Do you buy 10 penny sweets for 10p, or do you buy a Freddo for 10p? Because you only had 10p. You couldn't have both.
I remember those days, but it was 7p back in my day.
Yeah,
but 7 pence. There was a shop local to me at the time. I think the shop name was Bob Gentle. He actually is no longer a sweetie and newsagent seller. He became a motor part seller, and I think maybe not the guy that ran it, because he was reasonably old at the time. I imagine to be 150 by now, but I know his family still run the motor part business. But he had a sweetie shop at the time, and you could buy 4 small sweets for a penny. So for my 7 pence daily pocket money, I could come out with anything up to 28 sweeties, which was always a treat. But there again, that shows my age. They were like gummy bears. You come out with a bag of gummy bears for 7 pence. Now, Haribo or something, what's it? £1 if you go to pound? No, it's £1.25 for their gummy bears now, isn't it?
Well, no clue. I don't buy sweets anymore because I have an accountant whose wife sends them to me when she's got too many.
I don't buy sweeties ever.
I honestly don't need to buy any because I just get sent them. So yeah, no worries on that front. Right. So we've just got Woo Woo and Ross watching currently. But although we actually have got our viewer count has gone back up again, so We must have
must have been Sweeties and retail arbitrage for grated cheese must be a popular subject.
Well, that's it. People are here now for the top money-saving hacks that they can get. When a kid newsagent near Nan for a penny sweet said page 3 girls posters round wall and later convicted paedophile. Probably the same one as mine. I mean, obviously, as you know, I don't believe in objectifying ladies' bodies. I am now, as per my introduction video I've done, working on these things. So I can't comment or approve of any of these page 3 model things. Look at that. New man. John Shepherd has done a video about the fucking hell. I didn't think he'd done videos in years. All I want is there not to be a video of me dancing.
Oh, good job Peter Ray wasn't there.
Fucking hell, Christ.
He would definitely have had that up.
Yeah, all you see is like me fucking documentary of my life.
That's where I go to.
He's even got, when I was in Birmingham, he's even got the lady that I tapped off with on the bloody video, the bastard.
I think he's got a video of the actual event on his private page.
Oh, probably. Probably charging fucking membership to a Discord group to watch me having fucking sex. They're fucking him and John would not leave that flat. Let's go, look, we're trying to have sex here. Fuck off home. Who hasn't done a video on this? I've done a video on a Summit Woo Woo's amazing video.
I haven't.
I haven't done any videos on any meetups. I don't film when I go to these things.
No, nor do I. I don't think when we were pitching, I might have taken 1 or 2 photos.
Well,
I don't think
nothing. I just think there's enough people going to be filming it anyway. I don't need to do it.
There wasn't that many at the last pitching meetup, though, was there? Really? There was sporadic, but nonetheless, it doesn't detract.
Well,
it's just enjoying themselves.
You can't
far better than waving phones.
You can't live your life through the camera. You know, I want to be there enjoying it. And if I'm there,
very correct,
filming, I'm not really enjoying it. You know, I don't mind, you know, going around a car, fucking charity shop or whatever, like filming there. That's fine because I'm not really there for enjoyment, am I? But if I'm there for, you know, if I'm somewhere to have a few pints or whatever, then I want to be having a few pints, not filming a video.
Exactly.
I'm not even bothered about going live from somewhere.
Exactly. That was my entire thing when I went there. I thought, right, I didn't realise I could make it until I realised work was cancelled that weekend and I had the cash. So I thought, right, I'm going. This is going to be my day out. And I made it my day out. No filming, no fucking about, no driving, nothing. Just bang a train ticket, bang a hotel ticket up, go there, drink lots, meet people. And it was very enjoyable. We had a splendid time, I think, don't you? Apart from when I rolled onions at you.
Fucking onions. The thing is, I need to stop doing this. I keep going, like I did the same at the summit. I go out on a Friday night. I don't roll into the hotel till 2 o'clock in the morning. Pissed.
Oh shit!
And then I'm up the next morning, and I'm up for my body thinks, oh, works at 8, Andrew. Time to wake up. 7:30. Time to wake up. So it wakes me up, and then I'm awake. I've got a hangover, and I'm like, oh, and then I'm back out drinking again. I feel like shit. I need to stop doing it Friday nights.
I could do that when I was young.
I can't.
It's like if I could have, I probably would have come up on a Friday, and I probably would have joined you and Peter in the oh my god, it's going to be orange juice until I get my head back together club.
That was not right. Let's be very clear here. That was just Peter, not me. I was drinking.
It was just Peter, but he did make up for you, I think.
I am not a man who go into the pub and drink orange juice, whatever. If I'm in the pub, I'm having cider. I didn't arrive.
You did look like you had an evening before, though.
Yeah, well, yes. I still managed to stay out for the Oh, the other thing I keep forgetting to announce. I'm doing a 12-hour drink with Andrew next month.
Are you?
Yeah, well,
I think I might die.
I've been planning to do it for a while in aid of the Samaritans because they really helped me when I was in a difficult position. So do a 12-hour charity live stream, drinking with Andrew. So at the Reseller Summit, I thought it'd be a great idea to start drinking at midday because of the bar and see if I could do 12 hours of continuous drinking while I was there. Because I thought if I could do that, I could do a 12-hour drink with Andrew. So we got to 12:30 at night. So 12 and a half hours later, incoherent. Absolutely incoherent. But I did the 12 hours.
Yeah, I think it's bona fide.
So I will be doing a 12-hour. The proof of concept has succeeded. I will be doing a 12-hour drink with Andrew next month. I just need to book a day off work, work out when to do it, and I need to get rid of a bit more crap from the house because if people are going to start setting me fucking stupid challenges for charity and whatever,
you know you'll do them, won't you?
I need space. But yeah, I need space to do it. So we need to get the house empty first. So it might be May, but April or May. They shut the bar too early. They did shut the bar too early. Then I did make that complaint, or at least I attempted to make that complaint. I think all I heard was just some random babbling.
Probably just random babbling.
Jen Commerce eBay consultant has just followed me.
Oh,
I teach people how to turn eBay side hustle into a full-time income. £1.2 million in eBay sales. DM me eBay for free store review. You've got 1 post and 6 followers. No, thank you.
You sound like a blinder.
I decided I did.
No. Does she have a Lambo? It's a bloke. It's a bloke. Which is the other thing that confuses me as well. It's a bloke called Jen. So yeah, okay. Who are they following? I'm the first reseller they're following. So yeah, quite why they've thought that I would be a good person for this. I do not know, but yeah, Jen Commerce with a J. Well, good luck, Jen Commerce. I hope you do well. One of the so next level resale, we're doing giveaways. Turn up to their event, get a raffle ticket, enter the raffle, spin their wheel, win a prize. I think Ross won a year's next level resale membership. I didn't go to the events or anything. I just span the wheel for fun. Every time I fucking span it, we come out with an hour's mentorship from Reach Around. So I said to her, look, I said, good news, hours mentorship 1. What would you like me to teach you? I don't think that went down too well, but I thought that was a fantastic joke.
So your ability to ascertain humour is improving.
I can give good humour. I'm very humorous. This is why Drink with Andrew is such a popular show.
It is indeed.
I'm not going
one
to
of the
follow.
Longest running streaming entities, I believe.
It is.
Joe Rogan is going to be looking into drinking with Rogan, I think.
Well, there are not many shows in the reselling community that have been going for as many years as this now.
Nor that contain virtually no reselling content.
Indeed.
Or have such luxury prizes as pictures of the chopper.
Oh, the giveaways are great on this show. If you're an attractive lady, you will get a picture of your penis. If you're not an attractive lady or you have a partner,
they've outlawed that now, haven't they?
If you're not an attractive lady or have a partner, you will get a picture of a helicopter. It's a fantastic giveaway.
I still prefer the picture of the rally bike.
It's not that was one chopper. Yes, you're right. And if you see me penis, you can probably comment in the chat. All right. We've reached
Party
that.
talk now. Oh my God.
It's always interesting seeing who views your stories on Instagram. When I remember I have an Instagram account, which doesn't always happen.
I use Instagram to watch people, but not very often or a lot. I have obviously an Instagram account because you can't otherwise. I don't think I've uploaded anything to it. Yeah, I've got about, I don't know how many bloody followers. Christ knows why people would want to follow me, because I don't have any content.
I've got like people that watch my stories, and I honest to God, I have no clue who they are, but they're following me on the Instagram, and I anyone who follows me apart from Jen Commerce, I've not followed back. But anyone who follows me on Instagram, I follow back because I think they've taken the effort to follow me by clicking a button that says follow. So I will take the effort to follow them.
Yeah, seems a fair enough deal.
And then what happens is that they often unfollow me very quickly thereafter. But
There's no loss.
But I do like Instagram. I joined Threads. Oh, hang on. Sorry, we'd have to stop the conversation.
Is there a sale?
There is a sale, full asking price, so it ends in a 5.
Full asking price, my God. Does it
Just
end in a 9.5?
Just before the midnight deadline as well, so it counts in today's sales. It's free sales today.
Would it be 9.95?
No. It is an item that I have actually overpriced as well, but they've paid it.
Ooh.
Most of my items are overpriced, to be fair, because
is it a book thing?
No. And you don't get any guesses as to what it is anyway. You know the rules.
Yes, I know, but you've just given me one clue there.
Yes, and I shouldn't have done that. So just
I know, I was very, very, very clever there. See
well, you weren't, because I immediately identified what you had done.
But
it's just that I happened to be drunk, and you've taken advantage of my drunkenness.
Indeed, yes.
I mean, there are literally laws against this. No more pictures, please. So we need to guess the price, folks. This is your moment for audience participation. The winner,
$14.95.
No. The winner of Guess the Price gets a picture of my chopper. And if you go on Sophie SB, it's SB Reselling, isn't it?
I'm surprised he's not been on this evening.
Hello, Porky. Go to SB Resells channel on his shorts. There's an explanation of what the chopper is. And I had to explain it to the hand of Todd. It's not $12.95. No, we need to keep guessing.
Well, I will refrain from keep guessing because I don't want to spam verbally. I'll allow people to type, I guess. But...
Well, it could be here a while then, because so far it's only
$11.95.
No.
$13.95.
No.
Is it 95?
Yes.
So more information.
No, that is the information I voluntarily disclosed at the start when I said I've sold something for full price.
And it's not a book.
Which means it ends in a 95. Literally the words. It's so good that you listen to me.
I'm drunk.
Hey guys, you're still here from Bobby. Bobby was live with us a couple of hours ago.
Yeah, Bobby was in. With his new
1995.
Did you think he had new spectacles on? I know he had a nice haircut and everything.
I don't. I honestly, I try to avoid looking in his face, to be honest.
That's not very nice, is it? What part do you look at then? The boobies?
None. No parts.
Do you look up here? What's that? Is that Bobby?
Usually looking at my phone, to be honest, to see if anybody has sexted me, which actually they haven't. So
that's
this is very.
That's not gonna happen too often. Is it?
No, but I can live in hope.
I reckon 4.95.
No, there has not been a
Is it a good sale? I couldn't tell whether you were excited or not.
Again, no clues.
Yeah, I know, but I'm looking for your facial expressions, which give away stuff.
So you're looking at you're looking at an autistic's facial expressions. That's going to go well for you, isn't it?
Yeah. No. That's not too. Remember, I'm quite good at reading facial expression, and even autistic people will have your twitch.
Yes, that's usually Tourette's. Not $29.95 now.
Was it a good sale? Was it a good sale, Andrew? Was it a good sale?
This is my annoyed look.
No. I see that eyebrow raise. That's $29.95.
We've already guessed $29.95 and been told no.
Have we?
Yes.
Oh shit! So I was just done that. My God, it's only just come up on my feed. I must have been. See. People are thinking like me.
Well, no, you've just seen $29.95 and said it.
No, I didn't. That was the thing. Otherwise, I wouldn't have said it because it would have been.
You may not have registered that you've seen it, but subconsciously you've seen it.
No.
Honestly, power
these glasses are shit.
Woo woo is Darren Browning you.
$28.95.
No. We're going to be here all night and I need a piss. I don't need to go to bed.
$27.95.
No.
$3.95.
No. Don't think I have anything listed for $3.95 anymore. Not $39.95 now.
$16.95.
No.
$25.95. No, that's not a price you'd do, was it?
No. Well, it might do, but no.
No.
No, we can't tell you. That's not how it works. We've got to guess the price. I can't guess the price because I already know the price. That would not be me guessing the price.
$19.95's gone. He's done that. I think did I do $18.95?
Probably, but it's not that.
$7.95.
No. What I can tell,
the tone there is far too low.
What I can tell, folks, is that the closest guess has been within £1.
Well, that doesn't help because a lot of them are just about £1 out of all the other guesses. $23.95.
No, we've had that guess.
Have we?
Yes, you said it.
I don't recall that one. $22.95 then. I'll revise it.
No. You're just repeating yourself now.
No, someone's done that one. $38.95.
No.
That'd be a good book, wouldn't it?
We had a recent guess that was £1 out. It's shocking that we haven't got any more guesses closer.
$11.95.
Nope.
I don't believe I've said $13.95.
You have, and no.
Is that correct?
No, that's literally what no means.
No, but I was asking, had I said it?
Yes, you had, and no, it's not correct.
There we go. I may not be autistic, but I am OCD. I need to know exact.
Well, Buff is still be guessable.
14. I said $14.95. I said $16.95.
I'm amazed nobody has guessed the figure.
Did I do $23.95?
Yeah, only 3 times now.
Well, there we go. That's 4 times. 24, 25. $28.95. I know I haven't said.
It's not that.
It's definitely $31.95 then.
No, it's not.
Ah, the one underneath it, isn't it? There can't be many more Kin 95s to go. 99.95, it's a good one. No, that's not a pound out, is it? $40.95.
Nope. Given your lack of ability to remember numbers you've said as well, I don't think this is going to go well for you. I'm loving some of these numbers that are throwing out. I'll be very happy with some of these numbers that are coming out. I'm not very happy, so read into that what you can.
I'm sure I've said everything that's a pound above and below every single number that someone's guessed, unless you're referring to a guess that I made, which, as you have pointed out, I can't remember.
I mean, there's only a few numbers to pick.
Exactly, I can't remember which ones I have. We've ascertained it's greater than 6.95.
How have we ascertained that it's greater than 6.95?
Okay, 6.95.
Correct.
There you go. See,
you guessed 7.95, and as soon as you said that, I said the closest guesses were in a pound, which I thought was an amazing clue. And then you went 23.95 for the fourth.
Yeah, I'm looking at other people's guesses. I'm assuming mine are way up. 6.95. That's shit.
Do you know what the item was?
Video game.
No. I know video is correct, and that is where if you stopped
video VHS.
Yes.
Of a film.
Yes, I'm just going to actually see.
There we go. See, look at that. See.
I'm not sending you a picture of my penis.
No,
it is a film called Fluke that I've never heard of.
Fluke is a fantastic book by Herbert. I doubt the film's anywhere near as good as the book.
Well, apparently, I've not even listed this. I've used capital letters and all sorts on this.
I would have actually bought that if I had a VHS recorder because I'd love to see that film.
Fluke VHS 6.95.
Is it the James Herbert story?
It's about a fucking dog, so it's definitely not about not a James Herbert story. No,
yeah. It's about a dog. Fluke is about a black Labrador that is a reincarnation of a bloke.
Yeah, well, this one's a chocolate Labrador.
Same thing, yeah. Dark Labrador. Years since I read it. The book came out in the 80s.
Yeah, I think I've actually seen it, actually. I think I have seen it. Because it's got...
the story's very good. The book is very good.
You're right, yeah. It's about a...
it's the same dude that wrote June.
Yeah. Fluke is the story of a father killed in a car crash who dramatically returns to life when his soul transferred into a puppy called Fluke. Setting out on a fantastic and exhilarating journey of self-discovery, Fluke teaches us that love is eternal and the end is just the beginning. I do actually think I've seen that film. I remember watching that on TV.
So the book is very good, but
I had no clue. I owned that on video. Don't remember listing it, but it's gone for $6.95 and it would have cost me 10p. So as I pay about 10p for a video per video, sometimes less, sometimes more if I know it'll go for more.
That's a reasonable price for a VHS, isn't it?
60, yeah.
Would that
most
go small parcel?
Yeah. £2.40. Yeah. The
what's that? $3.29?
No, it'll be £2.40 with a business account.
Well, that's not too bad.
I am the third, might even be second now, biggest seller of VHS on eBay in the whole UK. And I only sell like 10 or 12 a week. I go in bed. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, Phil, for joining us. Thank you to our other guests, Bobby and the Hand of Todd.
Is it Americans?
I thank you to all of our chat for watching and failing to guess the prices. So elongating the stream by several minutes as a result, which will bring me in probably another penny of AdSense revenue. I will say good night before I wet myself. Bye-bye, everybody.
See you later, people.
Bye.